Welcome back, everyone, to Pray for Death. We made it to session 3, which means I do have a, I can't think of phrases, this is already going horribly, a confession to make. I have a perhaps streak of bad luck in my GMing career, where if a player character is going to die, it will happen in session 3. So, that's your warning for tonight.
Well, the good news is we can blame Mark if anybody dies.
Precisely, yes. Blame the rogue.
Yes. It's your fault.
So, I'm not setting out to kill anyone, aside from how much I usually am, but for some reason, if a player character dies, it 90% of the time happens on session 3. So you've been warned. Play careful, play smart, play stupid, I don't care. Let's keep the curse going.
Or break the curse.
Or break the curse. It's actually been broken for a long time. I haven't killed a character on session 3 in a long time, but I still have to bring it up and mention it.
Still.
So let's start the session off then. Malric does have the break curse skill feat, so maybe I can just throw the religion check out real quick.
See?
Nah, where's the fun in that? Unless you want to spend all of your hit points right here.
Well, it looks like 40 is pretty good. We'll go with that.
It's pretty good. My DC is quite high, though. That is a failed counteract. Good try, though.
Well, damn.
In our last session of this game, of course, we sort of cleaned up the battlefield down in the shackles from our previous contract, and setting journey home back to Mediagalti Island on a self-propelled ship taken via contract some time ago by the Red Mantis. You all were visited by a man showing up kind of second morning on the boat, just appearing out of thin air, who introduced himself as the Tomb, a courier of the Vernai, come to bring you guys your next contract. A bit unorthodox. Normally, Red Mantis members would, after an assassination, return back to the island, have a period of rest and sort of digesting their experiences before getting sent out on a new mission. However, perhaps this is a sign of trust in your capabilities that you have been granted a new mission so quickly, seemingly needing you all to take care of it. This mission, of course, sending you far to the north in the direction of the crown of the world, where you are to take down an individual by the name of Ordulf Bladecaller, a priest of Gorum who, originally hailing from Irison, has been gathering his strength and training forces in order to take kingship in the land of the Linorm Kings for himself through means untraditional. You all were teleported north by the Tomb to save yourself potential weeks of travel time, where you acquired some new gear for yourself, some ways to stave off the cold and disguise yourselves before heading north on horseback to the small town of Glacier's Rest. That is where we currently are. Glacier's Rest is a few miles away from the mountainside fortress of Crownhold, where Ordulf awaits your judgment. But here in this small town, you have blended in with a merchant caravan visiting in order to make your preparations, figure out what you can of the environment and Mr. Bladecaller before setting your plan into motion. As a reminder of some of the things that we have accomplished thus far, we've done some research and rumor gathering into Ordulf himself, learning that he is a high priest of Gorum, beloved to the point of having the deity's major boon, something that will prevent him from dying multiple times over, as well as the entirety of Crownhold being enveloped in a consecrate ritual, something that'll make most of your enemies a bit tougher to deal with there, while also making your cells not quite operate at full capacity so long as you are sneaking around. You have seen large owl-like birds nesting atop of Crownhold, seemingly being ridden out in the wilderness, acting perhaps as scouts of the like, as well as a number of perhaps local outcast and tribes leaders having converged on Crownhold recently for who knows what reason. You have swiped a pair of spare keys to Crownhold. One of them looks pretty bog standard, the other one relatively unique, as well as a timely distraction being set up by Zavara. The details of that distraction, of course, to be determined when you guys would like it to activate during the infiltration. Those keys and distractions are, of course, sitting in the party stash to give you guys a reminder of what you have the ability to use. But we are picking back up on the afternoon of your second day here in Glacier's Arrest, sort of your last opportunity to get things done while disguised as merchants, since the caravan will leave early tomorrow morning, and remaining without them will likely put some suspicion on you. Not to say you can't do it. Most everyone is currently in Glacier's Rest, aside from Zavara, who is out in the wilderness, having stealthed out through the tundra to be able to get a better view of Crownhold and see if anything could be picked up on that hasn't been picked up on by anyone else. But what would people like to do with their afternoon block of time here?
So my notes said find the key in the warehouse, but you just said we'd already got those up. I think I remember that from last week anyway, right?
Yes, getting the keys was what you did in the morning.
Yeah, and then my only other note is have Delirium talk to Vid about ways to win the monarchy other than attacking Trollheim. However, obviously that can't happen. I'm not bitter, Mark. I'm not bitter at all.
Delirium is doing what I love to do when players cannot make session. He is taking a smoke break in the ethereal plane. He will rejoin us as necessary, but for the moment, he's taking some R&R.
Smoking up.
Also, Malric, there, just so you're aware, your mic, I think, was picking up your fan a little bit louder than your own voice.
Wow, it wasn't even facing me. Jeez.
Oh, that sounds phenomenal.
All right, perfect.
I thought he had finally gotten his imitation of a praying mantis down.
So, I was trying. I was actually talking to Bobby the other day about I haven't found the character's voice because I listened to a praying mantis be angry, and every time I try to do it, I don't think you're going to be able to understand me. The voice is great, but the words did not come out right.
Oh, no.
Charles, we talked about this. You know what it sounds like. I made a great impression of a praying mantis for you the other day.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I did.
Alrighty, well.
Okay, so yeah, back to not knowing what I want to do with my afternoon block.
Yes.
I remember somebody last week was doing something with religion, some knowledge checks, I think, or something like that, and I had wanted to kind of follow up.
Yeah, I believe there were some religion checks
I recall doing that.
being made sort of about like what could be known about Crownhold, and that was what led you to the discovery of it being consecrated, as well as religion checks, just sort of chatting with people about Ordulf being the high priest, what the townsfolk might know about him. That led you to learning about him having Gorum's boon. I'd say there's perhaps some more information that could be learned about Ordulf through religion. However, focusing on Crownhold, there's not much more religious about it. I'd say better checks, if you wish to continue looking into that, would be things like society, general just diplomacy or intimidation. don't believe anyone has dwarven lore, but if you have a mythic feat that would allow you to get a lore skill, I believe it might be We've Met Before or another one of the low-level ones. Typically requires you to interact with people. I would allow that to work here. Crownhold is a dwarven constructed fortress, so that would be a very applicable role if you wish to try and learn what tricks and secrets its structure might have.
Okay, well, I guess I'll go first then, and I'll try to follow up on the more Ordulf information through the religion. And that's a secret check, right?
Indeed it is.
Is that shift or control? I know I'm going to screw it up.
Okay, very nice. What would other people like to do?
So I am definitely going to try to continue to gather more information on infiltration, and I want to hit up. I'm going to disguise myself.
Okay.
As one of the guards, just like a newbie on the block. And
interesting, like a Crownhold guard.
Yeah, like
sure.
New to the job and trying to find something out, find out more information. And I was almost sure I had a spell in here. I've got so many millions of spells.
The one you would most likely be looking for would be Illusory Disguise, but you might be thinking of something else as well.
There was something Shadow Disguise.
Oh.
That I had remembered I had, and of course now I can't find it. But either way, let's keep the story rolling. So I'm gonna go ahead and disguise myself.
Sure.
Yeah,
I think what I'll do is I'll ask you to start with a blind deception roll here in order to disguise yourself. But then we will do like an actual diplomacy check to do the gather information with a bonus depending on how good your disguise is.
Sounds good. We shall go from there. So deception.
Yes, please.
Come up. Blind to gas. And here it comes.
I gotta be honest, that's not a great deception check.
Well, sometimes he's good, sometimes he's bad. Sometimes he just wants to be found to begin with.
You get a very sort of basic disguise on. The most important part from what you guys were able to see of the person riding the bird yesterday morning was that large symbol of Gorum kind of emblazoned on the armor. So just kind of putting that on goes a long way to the disguise. However, I think in this case, perhaps because the townsfolk know that it's not likely for guards to come out of Crownhold, the idea of you being a new one, there would be some questions asked. Nothing that would blow your cover, so to speak, but it would be odd enough that I'm not going to give you any bonus on the gather information roll.
That's fine by me. So the next thing I'm going to do then is to do my diplomacy, just to try to talk it up with folks. Say, hey, what have you seen? And just really lay into the role. Diplomacy.
Okay, fantastic. Vask and Zavara, what would the two of you like to do?
Can I talk to the guard and use like deception? Somehow acting like somebody who's not a threat.
Oh yeah, like the guards at Crownhold itself, since you did sneak closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, yeah, go ahead and give me a blind deception check here. See how that goes.
Uh, just a quick backtrack. So I do have the scarf, the greater masquerade scarf. So I don't know if that would change or alter anything.
If you were going to, yeah, if you were going to use its casting of illusory disguise on yourself, that gives you a,
Mhm.
I want to say +4 circumstance bonus to deception checks to impersonate, which would have turned your deception check into a success. So I will retroactively then add a +1
Okay,
circumstance bonus on your diplomacy check.
that works. Yeah, and it's a +4. So
Huzzah!
I knew I had something.
I know these
So
things too much.
on that roll, is it blind to game masters?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Wonderful. Alrighty. And last but not least, Vask.
So it strikes me that I'm a ranger. I do
That you
nature-y
are.
stuff. These birds, when they come out, you said at one point we'll watch one snack an elk.
Yep. Maybe an elk
Um,
too. Who
did,
knows?
maybe an elf too. An elven elk. And did he do that on the solo, or was he? Did he have?
That
Do they
bird
come
was
out on their
not
own?
being ridden at that point in time. It was coming out on its own.
So, what is the feasibility of seeing if I could potentially lure one of these at the time that we're ready to infiltrate?
Mm.
So, and that's what I'm trying to do is I want to make the feasibility assessment of being able to lure the animal so that I could use my abilities to command the animal and potentially catch it while it's getting its snack and ride it on the way back.
Gotcha. Interesting.
The
So
smooth infiltration point.
yeah. So for starters, I am aware that there was a failed recall knowledge check last session to try and figure out exactly what this creature was. So
Truth.
there is a lack of information. You know it's a large bird, looks like an owl, but aside from that, you don't know the specifics of it, and thus its intelligence level is hard to determine.
Respect. Got it.
Go ahead, but I do love the idea. I mean, I think what we could do, maybe trying to draw it away and be able to ride it yourself might be a bit much, but trying to at least draw one of the birds, if not multiple, however many there are, away from Crownhold would certainly be something you could attempt to do here. Like you could go out and maybe hunt some elk or bison on your own, or at least leave them with maybe like slightly hidden injuries that would make them more appetizing prey as they get separated from their herds. So I think there's definitely things that could be done to lure it away. Trying to then quickly tame and be able to ride it might be too
Would
far.
be a more. I like the idea of getting them lured away.
Yeah.
And potentially reducing assets that are available to Crownhold. Now, that said, they're probably a lot more effective outside of Crownhold than inside of Crownhold.
But that might reduce patrols and the like.
Yes.
So,
all right. Nature roll.
I think nature, and we'll say this can be public. Because I think I'm going to file this under the orchestrating a distraction here.
I do not hate that.
40 is absolutely a success in this case. So, what I think I'm going to do here, I don't have a quick picture for it, but I am going to give you guys a successful timely distraction made by Vask here to use. That can be used to perhaps distract some of the patrols out in the tundra. Just half a moment, if I could type properly. Alrighty. So, I think with that would be very, very good. Mechanically, we can say, like, as you guys are approaching or leaving Crownhold at any point, if you would come across or get stopped by anyone patrolling the area, you could potentially use this to cause this bird that's being ridden to get distracted and take the person who might notice or confront you out of the equation. And thus succeed
I like
at
it.
that. Malric, talking to some people, seeing what you can learn about Ordulf still, chatting up with them about his position in the faith and what that grants him. You hear again some more about how he is considered to be favored by Gorum. But I'd say beyond the fact that he has a boon of Gorum, what you would learn is... Yeah. I think you will hear rumor, unable to determine if it is truth or not in this time frame at least, that a few months ago, someone quite skilled came and attempted to assassinate Ordulf at the as sort of a divine proxy themselves, but failed and was killed. And their weapon is a prize of Ordulf's at this point.
And we don't know what kind of weapon it is.
No.
Fun.
Just that rumor has it there was an assassination attempt that had something to do with religion being behind the reasoning of it.
Ooh.
Lucian, going and seeing what else you can learn about Crownhold, just kind of generally talking to people. At this point, I think you might find your way over to the smithy that's called Massive Arms here in Glacier's Rest. And there's a human there called Thol the Thrice Burned who kind of runs the shop, but he has supplied a heavy amount of weapons and armor to Crownhold before. So chatting with him... from what I heard, Crownhold itself was built a couple 1,000 years ago, back when they were doing whatever it was. I don't know. They were crawling their way up from the depths of the earth to the surface, whatever they called that event. But they ended up abandoning this outpost themselves. So it's, been changing occupants ever since. I myself have been there once or twice in the past, more so as a visitor than occupying the place. But, it's dwarven make, and not to put any stereotypes out there, but those dwarven fellows, when they're building constructions like that, large defensive structures, they tend to have some hidden nooks and, secret walls and the like meant to hide themselves if people get in and launch an ambush from behind. So, don't know where any of them are, but, I think I saw some signs of them. Look for where the mortar looks a bit thicker than normal. It's typically meant to disguise secret hinges and the like.
Them dwarves, they be a crafty bunch, that's for sure.
That is true indeed. Not as crafty as I am, but crafty indeed.
Well, I mean, you did figure out that what they look like, so.
Well, I mean... He
I'm
says,
sure they
I
didn't
mean,
want
and then
that
kind of looks
information.
around for, what do I mean? Anyway.
Buy him a drink.
Oh, much obliged. Anything you were looking to get crafted while you were here? I am quite proud of my implements of war, but, sculptures from scrap metal, if you need new horseshoes or the like, I'm more than capable with that.
I will most definitely keep that in mind.
Sorry, give me one moment. I'm trying to write these things up for you guys so we can all sort of remember these bonuses you guys are preparing and gaining. All right. This sort of information could, of course, be very beneficial if you guys need to hide yourselves from patrols. It could also be very useful if you need to hide bodies at any point.
Bodies are always a good thing.
So, very, very beneficial indeed. Savara, after sneaking your way out past some patrols in the tundra, making your way closer to Crownhold itself, and unlike the others who just kind of stood at a distance and watched for a while, you daringly sort of step forward towards the structure in order to do some questioning. As you approach this pretty stocky stone fortress, you can see it's maybe about 3 floors tall. The second and third floor is set a bit further back into the mountain itself, creating these open balconies as well. It's the top of the third floor where the large birds were perched. But as you approach, you also see on the second floor there are large, look a bit like ballistae, pointing it out over the tundra, and a few people sort of leaning on the parapet out, watching the wilderness, most of them fully armored themselves. One of them, eyes widens as they look at you, and they stand up, punch one of their nearby fellows in the shoulder, and point to you. Hey, who are you? I cannot
Can't hear you.
Savara. Uh-oh.
Okay.
There we
The
go.
last thing I heard was we can't hear you. Or like, who are you?
You're good.
Okay. So oh God, I suck at role play, but I'm whatever I am
Yeah.
supposed to be.
Okay. If you would like, we can simply just boil down to what your role turned out to be, rather than doing any deep role play about it, if you would prefer.
Yeah.
All right. Then
So you want deception?
you already gave me a deception check phenomenally.
Oh, okay.
I tend to like to get rolls before doing the role play when possible, because then I can directly tailor the conversation to how the roll turned out rather than needing to
Okay.
pause mid-conversation for a roll. I tend to find that is a fun way to do it. But in this case, brief conversation with the guards. You do manage to kind of not completely bypass their suspicions. They're definitely suspicious of a lone individual approaching, but through some probing conversation with them, you do learn that they are expecting repairmen to come at some point soon. They were kind of expecting them with this merchant caravan, so one of them mentions how they're, when we get the supplies delivered to us, that's when we were expecting the, repairmen to show up. Furnace has been acting up a little bit recently, but, if you're here early, then by all means.
Yes, lucky you. I'm here early and ready to fix your furnace.
Look at that. She role played.
I'm so proud of you.
Woohoo!
Now let me ask you, Savara. Would you like to try and enter Crownhold as you are on your own right now, or just know that this is potentially a way to bypass guards at the entrance and get in when you're with the whole group?
Yeah, no, I'd rather wait for the rest of my team. I can't
Yeah.
fix a furnace alone.
Fantastic.
Come on, show some courage. Go chicken crazy. Just get all up in there and
No, Zavara's making
We
a smart
wish you
decision right
skill.
now.
Zavara comes back and says, I'm done. He's dead.
Zavara's
they're all
That's
dead.
fun.
You give them a little spiel about, my team's back at Glacier's Rest still. I was just coming out to do a little bit of surveying, make sure you guys knew we were coming and the like, but we'll be back soon. The guards, definitely slightly suspicious, but not enough that they do anything to stop you. And you're able to go back, meet up with the rest of the group without any real issue there.
Perfect.
Phenomenal. And that sort of brings you all to evening as the sun is setting at this point. Most of the merchants at this point have fully packed up their wares post-dinner, sort of getting themselves ready, that it appears they're all getting ready to head out come dawn and resume their journey. Some of the merchants themselves would kind of come up to you guys over dinner at some point. So, you all heading out with the rest of us tomorrow? We're heading east towards Irison, considering our closeness to the border here, so specifically, I think Turvik's next destination for us. Didn't see you travel with us. Figure you're latecomers, but wasn't sure if you're planning going straight to Turvik or heading elsewhere yourselves.
We're totally going with you. He just doesn't know that we're going to have a wagon problem in the morning.
Malric, what were you going to say there?
Oh, I said it. It was Lucian. It was.
Oh, sorry,
talked
Lucian.
over.
Got Lucian, what were you
No,
going to say?
he covered it. But as Malric speaks up, says, yeah, that's what he said.
Okay. All right. Well, we're heading out probably pre-dawn sun, so get some rest. See you all in the morning. And, hope you made some good profit while you were here.
I think we did. I didn't count.
He looks at you very shrewdly for a moment. You didn't count your earnings?
I mean, I didn't
That's not
count.
safe. What if someone's skimming off the top? You got to know each and every copper you're earning.
Oh, that's a
Why you
good point.
overcharge.
Are you skimming off the top, Lucian?
No, but I overcharged for everything.
Oh, that's the opposite of skimming off the top, isn't it?
The merchant looks at you, Lucian, as you confidently say you overcharged for everything. I knew I liked you. That's a good perspective and business mind to have. Always charge more than people want to pay and get away with as much as you can.
Exactly. Plus, you cover any potential loss.
Exactly. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go recount. Make sure no one's skimming off my top. The guy sort of excuses himself. He's got a drink in hand.
As he turns around and says, "We only took 5%. Don't worry."
Oh. Newcomers to the trade, is it? Oh, you'll get the hang of it eventually. Best of luck. Goes back to his table and sits down, probably his traveling companions, and they drink. Is there anything further you guys would like to do here, sort of in the evening, as everyone is winding down? There's not really time to do any major preparatory work right now, but if you guys had individual things you'd like to do, or small things as a group, you're more than welcome to take that time to do so.
The only thing I'd like to know about is when we learn about the fact that a weapon was taken and is a trophy. Want to try to see if we can find out if he has a trophy room.
I'd say you could certainly ask around about that right now.
Okay.
In general, we'll call this an open diplomacy check. Why not?
Okay.
DC is going to be a bit higher because this would be sort of like full information gathering, and this is more coming from just casual conversation here with people.
Here it comes. Yeah, low.
27's not great.
Okay, I'm getting all the low rolls out now.
Yeah, that's a
Good job, Bob.
I think on a 27, from what you gather from merchants' telltales here, kind of just in the inn with people drinking and celebrating, spending the coin they had just earned over the last few days of travel, last few days of business before travel. I can't word. People say he has a trophy room. People say he has a massive altar to Gorum set up where he breaks the weapons of his foes upon them in reverence to his deity. The simplest response, and perhaps the most likely, though, is that Crownhold, it's dwarven make. It was meant as a fortress. It's got a vault. Odds are any valuable trophies the Bladeecaller's taken are hiding in the vault rather than on display anywhere. Keep them for use for whoever needs them.
Thanks for that bit. I was just hoping he had him on display. Good stuff to see while out here.
I mean, I wouldn't keep powerful weapons on display myself. I mean, what if someone's visiting decides to take it off the wall and try and stab me with it? Sure, they're probably not particularly good with it, and won't be more than a little kerfuffle, but I wouldn't want to deal with the risk in the first place. They might damage the blade.
Who would want to cross Ordulf?
I mean, whoever this supposed assassin was, it seems.
Didn't make it, did he? Lesson learned.
If you can still learn lessons once you're dead, that's news to me.
Well, cross over to the other side. Plus, there's other folks that can learn lessons like don't do it or you end up like him.
That's true.
Well, you can definitely learn how Pharasma judges you, for sure.
Yeah, that's very true.
I'm not
Very
looking
true.
forward to when I get judged in the boneyard. Let me tell you. I haven't sold my soul to a devil before, but I have been tempted to make some nasty contracts. Sorry, real quick. Testing, can someone say something?
Test.
Thank you. My head caught the headrest of my chair and just managed to toggle my headset off.
Huh.
How awful.
At least your head didn't fall off.
You know what? That's fair. Headset's back on and working now. Fantastic. How did that happen? What the heck? Anyways. Anything else people would like to do here? Conversations, preparations.
I will say, probably a good time for us to regroup and share some of our insights and talk about what we'd like to maybe target.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how we want to get in.
I will say the weapon of this assassin. If it was of value to the assassin, perhaps it would be of value to us. It was at least enough of a threat that Ordulf would choose to keep it out of the hands of others by placing it in his vault.
Or maybe it's just a keepsake, like a picture of somebody or something. It obviously didn't get the job done, so. I say we just kill him and then take his weapon, and I think that'll be a good one.
Not to mention, don't forget his holy symbol or whatever he carries on him. That's our prize. That's what they want. Now, weapons, not much use for it for me. Maybe Zavara. Maybe you, Vosk, but I don't need of weapons. I have my book.
Yeah, I think I have a pretty good weapon.
I would say you tricked those guards pretty well.
I did. They think we're furnace fixers, so let's do that. Let's be furnace fixers. I don't need another weapon.
Just make sure you don't say that we're here to fix the hot water heater. That's a dead giveaway that we're dumb and we don't know how to do it.
Smart advice.
I only fix cold water heaters.
Right, exactly. Yes, because if you're heating the hot water, you're not doing it right.
Very well. We have the option then also of using their, or at least distracting their birds from them on patrol. Know that we have that.
I kind of figured out I heard while hanging out at the pub that this is a dwarven built, and apparently the dwarves like to build exits. So who knows what we might find in there?
I knew the dwarves were good at building things for some reason.
Is it just exits, or do the dwarves also build in additional passageways, hidden locations within their building that we could use to our needs?
Based on what the gentleman was speaking to me about, he didn't quite know how to find them, but they were generally used as a way out if they were overwhelmed. But any way out is also a way in. It's however your perspective is.
Agreed.
But I am definitely all for impersonating our way in. It gets us in the door, and who knows, we might be able to find out more information on the way in. We still don't know exactly where he's at.
Truth. Then what do we need to prepare ourselves to be repair persons?
I think a hammer fixes everything.
Ha! It is dwarven built. Well, I for myself can disguise myself.
By yourself?
With himself.
Yes. That's the best way to disguise. I am unsure if each of you has a means by which you can disguise yourselves.
I do believe, Lucian, your walking stick, your staff, has illusory disguise at a 4th rank in it,
I believe so.
which you won't be able to do frequently, but that does allow you to cast it on up to 10 creatures.
Woo!
So that would be an hour at the very least where you could guarantee everyone has a disguise.
Well, I think we all have the scarf, at least at the base level, which is an hour minimum. But I have a greater. Lucian has a greater. I know Zavar has a regular. Well, I suppose I don't know what the ranger has.
I thought I had picked up the scarf.
Then we all have scarves.
I had intended to.
We can say you got one. Were you planning on getting the regular or the greater Vask? Do you know?
Likely the greater, because I don't spend on much else.
Fair enough. I got you.
So I would recommend that we start off with the spell to get our way in, and then that way each of you can activate your own scarves as needed, and I don't have to spend the time casting ahead of time in the middle of a situation.
Agreed.
That way we have the first hour covered, and then we can go from there.
Alrighty. Then, I think at this point, any other last things people would like to do before heading off to sleep for the night?
Other than casting the alarm spell in the
Yeah.
room to make sure, yeah.
General nightly protections.
Naked yoga.
You do you.
An assassin thing.
Sure. Who am I to judge and question? Alrighty then. Everyone may go ahead, take a long rest here. And also, if you guys are planning to act here in the morning as people are, the merchants themselves are all sort of getting ready to leave, you guys could either blend in and then slip away, or even slip away before them. But if you are planning on casting any sort of buffing spells or the like, now would probably be a good time to cast day-long ones that have shorter durations, even 8-hour durations. That is fully up to you on when you would like to cast those.
I do want to prepare a war mask.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the dawning of it that happens late stage, but at least get the preparation of it. done.
Yeah, I actually think the war mask specifically from the orc war mask is more so face paint than an actual physical mask. But that's the sort of thing that would be hidden by disguise anyways. So you can
Totally.
absolutely do it, have it ready to go, and then the disguise will help keep it hidden. But as morning arrives, it is up to us to, or up to you guys, I suppose, on how you would like to go about this.
I believe we concurred on going into make repairs. Then the next step needs to be trying to identify where he would be located. Or, for that matter, identifying best thing to do on the way in is figure out our way out. Always a good idea to know our ways out early on.
Sure. Well, looking at things timeline-wise, it'd be about an hour and a half, a bit longer. I actually say if the goal is to sneak across the tundra and avoid getting spotted by any patrols in general, that'd be looking at about 2.5 hours of travel time to do that. So,
They sort of expect us by now, though, right? Ish.
perhaps the people on the wall do, but there are still
Oh, got it.
patrols, so you can absolutely
We
walk
definitely
along
need to beat
confidently. I'm
We have
sorry?
to beat the real guys.
Yeah. I'd say if you decide to walk along the road confidently, you'll just have to be prepared to be stopped and questioned more. So I guess that becomes a question of, do you prefer stealth or deception for charming your way in?
I personally prefer stealth.
Stealth.
Though I guess
stealth.
everybody would have to succeed at stealth, right? Only one person would necessarily have to succeed at deception.
When it comes to approaching the fortress, I am going to limit it to just one person rolling rather than everyone rolling. But I'll do it as one person rolling, and anyone can aid if they would like to.
I've got 26 on stealth, so that's kind of that's a no-brainer for me. I'd rather go in sneaky. Sneaking.
Sneaky, sneaky. Alrighty. Then, suppose as we go to begin crossing the wilderness here, the vast tundra, as you are able to notice both the occasional large ridden bird in the sky, as well as what appear to be people moving in pairs, riding atop large, multi-legged bears.
Ooh.
Kind of both from the sky and the land watching around. So I'm going to ask one person here to make a stealth check. This can be public. And, well, I suppose first and foremost, we're kind of moving into the next phase of infiltration here, which is going to be a bit different from normal infiltrations in that we will do normal map movement and exploration as well, but with the sort of typical complications and opportunities that will show up during a encounter of infiltration. So, those bonuses you guys have in the party stash, the timely distractions, the hidden compartment discovered, All of those can be used when these complications occur or the like to turn a failed roll into a success. The way I normally run mythic infiltrations, though, is you can absolutely use a mythic point to re-roll still. However, doing so will still raise awareness a little bit, since mythic power isn't really subtle. There is a bit of a manifestation when it gets used, so it may turn failed rolls into successes by using them, but it'll still raise some awareness as to the fact that y'all are doing things.
All right. Well,
A ripple in the force.
I suppose I should probably be the one to make the stealth check.
Sure.
Everybody
our-
wants to drag that illusionary disguise onto your character.
I may recommend saving it a little bit, Lucian, if you would like, simply
Okay.
because crossing the tundra will take a couple hours here.
Oh, okay. We're not quite there. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll tell you when we get there.
That'll work.
Oh, speaking of which, I want to cast my 8-hour spells about 30 minutes before we get to the area. So
Sounds good. I will let you know when I've got the clock at that point. One
And
last
I
thing.
have a quick question about.
Yes.
So I have a wand with tailwind on it, and for some reason, it's not letting me use it.
Very goofy.
It
if
says
you'd
that
like
I
to
need
right
the
now.
trick magic, even though I am, I can cast it. I just don't have it memorized.
You
Interesting.
probably did it ask you for a like which type occultism or
so
religion or whatever?
Tailwind is normally only arcane or
Occultism,
primal,
yeah.
and you are an
Oh, is it?
caster
Oh.
normally. I'm gonna allow it without trick magic item because of how I like to make wands and scrolls available to people without that feat typically. You've got a very high occultism skill, Lucian, as well as expert in arcana. That'd be plenty to cast a second rank spell. If it doesn't want to let you cast it, realistically, just drag the tailwind effect onto your token anyways, and you can set the uses of the wand to 0.
Got it.
Little bit
Okay,
goofy.
and I'll do the same thing when we get as close as possible.
Sounds good. I will let you know. Last little thing, that Red Mantis Assassination action I put on everyone's exploration tab of your character sheets. That is not a normal exploration action like searching or avoiding notice is, but is something you guys could absolutely do in response to complications. So, like if someone witnesses your guys' actions, if you come across a patrol, you could, instead of trying to overcome that complication normally, choose to perform an assassination like this. So that is an option you guys will have. And I'll mention that again when we say get to one of those moments, so you guys are aware that that is an option to do.
Cool.
Malric with the stealth check here, though. I was going to ask as well, did anyone want to aid this check with their own stealth check? Slightly higher than
heck yeah.
normal aid DC. We're going to set it as
Yeah.
DC 20
Yeah.
aid, but you can certainly do so.
Okay.
And since Malric's
You need
already
it private
rolled,
again?
nope, you guys can just roll public stealth here. Normally there's a way to aid preemptively, but Malric's already rolled, so. Well, hot dog.
There you go.
Well, I guess you should have rolled stealth, huh?
Fantastic. Being Master Lucian, that gives a +3 circumstance bonus to Malric's roll here, which is important because that raises it from a success exactly to a critical success.
Yes.
Epic.
So,
You're so critical, Malric.
Oh, no, Charles is critical. Malric is just... Robin, get back me up on this.
no backups allowed. Alrighty. You guys make your way across the tundra here in the early morning. You notice multiple of those patrols. You even see what appear to be a few campsites off in the distance. It seems perhaps a number of these patrols don't rest at Crownhold itself, but instead camp out in the wilderness in the surrounding area. But between the multiple trips you guys took to Crownhold over the last 2 days and your innate capabilities at stealth, you very easily bypass everything coming your way, bringing us to roughly about 10 in the morning here, which will put us about 2 hours into our journey, about half an hour away from your expected arrival at Crownhold. For those of you who would like to cast any spells at this point.
Let me bring it up again. Where everybody will need to drag this on. If you scroll up a little bit, you'll see the spell effect illusionary disguise. Go ahead and drag that onto yourselves.
And then everybody can drag that thermal remedy. We're going to take a 10-minute break to drink some hot cocoa.
Fantastic. Zavara, it's where it says like spell effect thermal remedy and spell effect illusory disguise. You just drag it onto your token and it'll apply it to you.
Yeah, I'm just struggling with getting it in the right.
Uh-oh.
Also, I think you have fire resistance already, so take the hit points and disease.
There you go.
And then I think Vosk, I still own Vosk. You may need to transfer Vosk to
Vask
Pat.
should own himself, but I believe you do as well.
Yeah, he wants to own himself.
Yeah, I'll get rid of your ownership.
You are no longer my slave.
Lucian returns to
Minion.
just being an observer.
And then make sure you drag those effects over on yourself once you own it. You just drag it and drop it on top of your token.
I think I did that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I see him on you.
Thermal remedy effect as well, Zavara.
Okay.
Where did Zavara go? You moved.
Zavara
You're no longer
Yeah,
with
because
me.
I couldn't drag on there.
Zavara's
Okay.
absolutely
There
done
you are.
with you.
I was gonna say you're no longer a part of us. You just separated yourself.
So see the unseen is for everyone as well?
No.
Oh.
Sadly,
He doesn't
I
show
have
that.
So let's see. Thermal remedy, and where's the other one? I didn't see it.
Above
Oh,
thermal
illusory.
remedy.
Got it.
Yep. All right. The thermal remedy was cast at 4th rank, correct? So it should have a 2-hour
Yes,
duration.
I hope so, yeah.
The spell effect is doing it as 1 hour, so let me edit that real quick
Yep.
for everyone.
68.
Very goofy. Thank you, Foundry, for existing the way you do. Alrighty. Then, as you guys sort of hidden in a little drift of snow in order to finish your preparations, the disguise from Lucian beginning to take effect while Malric provides a nice little herbal draft for everyone, making himself more than capable of seeing into the darkness. Everyone else preparing themselves for this infiltration to come.
Yeah, I'm gonna look like a dwarf, a very tall dwarf. Not a very tall dwarf, but tall for a dwarf that shows too much butt crack.
A dwarf with gigantism? Fantastic.
with too much butt crack.
All right, then.
Yeah, like every plumber.
That is the important part of the disguise, yes.
Yes, it is. Because everybody pays attention to the crack.
I don't know what to do with this information. Another 30 minutes or so pass. Oh, see, the Unseen didn't do the correct duration on you. Malik, I got you. Real quick. Just gonna read up the duration at 8 hours. The last half hour won't really matter. All right. As the last of the distance passes, Crownhold coming into view before you all, you begin to cover the last couple 100 feet of just open tundra up towards a very sort of squat, stocky-looking stone fortress. You see, on the ground level, there are 2 sets of large double doors. There's also a further set of double doors up on the 2nd level. Each of these doors themselves reinforced with iron bands. And in the middle of the ground floor, the wall is very clearly adorned with arrow slits that you don't see any light coming out of, so very likely shuttered to prevent the cold and snow from coming in. Bit of a cloudy day overhead. Not quite enough that it looks like it's going to storm anytime soon, but definitely limiting the amount of natural sunlight. Similarly, up on that 2nd floor to what Zavara and others have already seen, those 2 large, they're not specifically ballistae, they are springolds, but just going to use ballistae for simplicity's sake. Because I don't actually know how to describe what a springold looks like. It hurts my head to look at a picture of one. The pre-ballistae, why not? I don't know. Did not mean to move Vask. I'm sorry.
Why?
Vask is being picked up and removed.
Again?
Yes.
Well, I guess he failed that check with the birds, huh?
He got
They already
got.
got
It's
him.
like, good news. The birds really, really, really like you. Really.
See, what appear to be 2 different trios of guards, one each manning the different springolds. Unlike what Zavara saw yesterday, where they were sort of a bit more open and relaxed, now they are on alert. You see some of them patrolling, some kind of watching the wilderness. As you guys approach, you actually reach a point where you're close enough to the doors now that you could potentially slip up to them and maybe even enter them without the people up top noticing. That's how well you've done. But you could certainly choose to announce yourself as well.
I think we should just keep sneaking.
I agree.
We probably need to have somebody show us in the direction of where we're supposed to be going.
I have a scouting eye spell for that. Let's just get in.
Let's go.
All right. Then, of the 2 pairs of doors, one on the left, one on the right, we'll say west and east, which one would you guys like to approach?
Which one is to the right? Because you can never go wrong if you always go right.
That would be the east.
East seems like the right answer then.
Not hearing any words to the contrary, so
Sounds good.
in that case, I'm going to bring us all to a new map. And as
In that case, this was really a short mission. You're dead. You're all gone.
Pit of
The
Spikes
curse, the
opens.
curse
beneath you
survives.
all. While the map is hopefully loading for everyone here, I would like to ask what specific exploration actions people would like to be taking. So things like avoid notice, searching, casting detect magic, and the like.
Avoid notice.
Fair enough.
Avoid notice. So we were set up to all avoid notice with Delirian having the automatic trap finding thing, but without that, I don't know. Does anybody have
I was going to
Scout
say
and/or
Scout
Trapfinder?
might not. I can take the hit on one of those because I think we're going to need that. I think everybody on the same roll is probably not a good call on this one.
Well, so the same roll, because avoid notice is for us to sneak around without getting detected. So if you scout, then you're just walking out there for everybody to see you, unless you have. Because I thought you might have had the scout dedication, which would let you scout and avoid notice at the same time.
Aha.
It does have the scout dedication.
Yep. So, Vask, since you are a scout, you can scout and avoid notice simultaneously.
Sweet.
And if you also happen to have the trap finder feat, then you could search when it matters that we search, and scout, and avoid notice. That'd be fun. But I don't
Checking.
know.
I don't
That's
think
what
he
Mark
has
was
Trap
for.
Finder. Yeah, I don't think he has Trap Finder.
If anyone has those sorts of feats like Trap Finder, I think there are some that allow you to sort of constantly cast Detect Magic or the like. Those are the sorts of things I will need you to remind me of. Your character sheets have too many abilities for me to memorize.
Very much so.
So any
My
sort of
character sheet has too many abilities for me to memorize.
Exactly. Understand my problem. Any of those sorts of abilities that kind of happen passively, I will need you to remind me at least the first few times before I start to remember. But if everyone here is avoiding notice with Vask scouting as well, this will be when I ask everyone to go ahead and give me a blind stealth check. And I suppose because the map is showing snowfall, snow begins to fall. Why not?
Why not?
I
mean, it's
rough
another form of
snowfall.
precipitation, Charles.
Yeah.
It's another form of precipitation.
Right? Yeah, it's kind of our thing.
Lucian, I
At
need
least
you
we
to
have
knock
that
it off with those
environmental
rolls.
resistance on.
Please and thank you. Alrighty. Most of you guys begin moving forward pretty darn quickly, as well as quietly. I'd say Vask, being the one scouting and also having sort of the highest, just sort of general passive perception in the group, so to speak, it does seem like while everyone is doing a pretty good job, Savara is the weakest link when it comes to hiding and going unnoticed. You are able to keep track of Savara's presence. Effectively, my way of saying, Savara rolled lower than your perception DC.
Actually, now that I think about it,
Got it.
we're all master at stealth. Wouldn't follow the expert just be a flat boon? I think it would be, right?
If everyone is planning on stealthing, then yes, you could follow the expert because it would give you a +3 circumstance bonus to the roll.
Right, so everybody should just follow me since I have the highest modifier. I suppose it's technically the way we should do our exploration activities.
If we were kind of munchkining this, Vask would need to be the one to specifically avoid notice, because the wording on the scout dedication is you can scout and avoid notice simultaneously.
Oh, even better. I get a +3.
Nice.
If everyone is scouting or stealthing, that's a good way to do it. Is everyone can just kind of follow Vask's lead with that.
And that is what we do, since he's also the one that saw what was going on too.
Yeah, is there also an opportunity then to assist Zavara or
Not
help
really.
conceal?
That is more just my way of letting you guys know kind of where you stand on the rolls. But if we're retroactively applying that +3, you don't keep track of Savara, so ignore everything I said.
That works.
Yeah. Me describing you guys keeping track of one another is more just a way to say, hey, so you guys have an idea that perhaps one of you did not roll particularly well, if that'll change how you want to approach things. But the dice will have already been cast at that point. That is just this is something you guys are trained enough to have that info. But you guys have sort of stealthily approached the eastern door of Crownhold at this point. Large iron-banded double doors here. People sort of walking around up top, keeping an eye on things, but themselves having not noticed you. Snowfall kind of dampening sound a little bit, making it much easier for you to traverse stealthily. But now you stand before the front doors, and you guys are free to move about and explore as you choose.
Hey, does anybody want to check the doors?
Well, excuse me, point of order. We are following Vask, so Vask gets to make all the
Yes.
decisions.
That would be
Yeah.
me.
That's how you guys want to do it. You are welcome to do so.
So, sorry, I have to get my character sheet out of the way so I can see. All right. Let's start off then by easing up to a door.
Yep.
And I guess
Mhm.
thievery for checking for traps.
If you're just checking here, normally that'd kind of be perception. It's a little awkward because you don't have anyone actively searching here. I'm going to say in this case, I'm not going to force the roll as of yet. It's pretty easy to notice there's no real traps on this door, but the door is locked.
Uh-huh.
So this would be an opportunity. You guys could certainly try and force the door open, pick it, but that Crownhold key, the basic key that was picked up by Malric back in Glacier's Rest, can be used on any one locked door in Crownhold. You guys get to choose what door it'll unlock. So you could choose it unlocks the front doors. You could choose it unlocks some other door you come across inside. That's up to you.
Yeah, let's wait till we fail one and then use the key to unlock it.
Yeah.
Technically, I have the highest thievery, given that we're down to 4.
I bump out of the way.
Okay.
I bump out of the way.
I don't want to hog all the rolls
the
just
booch.
because I have all the best ones, but
Yeah.
In my work environment, I have many team members, and some of them have more talent than me.
You may absolutely go ahead and attempt to pick a lock here. Picking a lock is by no means hidden. It is just a public roll.
I wanna.
Well, you know what? I appreciate that, but I'm going to give you the benefit here of being able to see it. A 38 here. I just want to check my wording here. A 38 is enough to succeed. I'm not going to force you guys to make multiple checks to pick the lock unless you are actively in combat trying to pick a lock. Outside of that, I tend to keep it to just one roll being necessary, because otherwise sitting here and rolling until you get 4 successes is really fucking boring. So with a little bit of effort with your tools, it does not take long before you hear the satisfying click of the lock. And the doors will no longer stop you.
All right, I guess we click to open.
Yep.
Oh, look at that. That's
Yeah.
fancy.
Those door icons, you can click on them to open them or close them and be able to move. As a reminder, you can move your tokens either dragging them with your mouse or with the WASD keys. So,
Okay. Enter the room and position myself to get a good scan.
Yeah.
So enter, get out of the way so another person can enter.
Push the door open, step inside. It's a pretty small room, though it is actually quite warm as you enter. You see what appears to be a couple copper tubes running along the wall near the ceiling that the heat seems to be radiating from. There's also a green crystal set up in the wall off to the side with what appears to be a little shutter overhead that could be pulled down, but this crystal is radiating light, keeping the place pretty well lit. There's a few boxes off to the side, large crates. There's a door that heads further north in, but otherwise appears empty. However, as you step into this room, sort of slinking, your padded boots designed to soften the sound of your footsteps on hard stone, all of you immediately feel a weight settling over your shoulders, as if sort of a heavy gaze falls upon you. Just this feeling, this omnipresent, feels like you're being watched and judged. This, of course, being that consecrate effect here in Crownhold that will debuff you so long as you are actively infiltrating.
I was going to ask if it felt like a -1 to all of my everythings.
Yep. Yeah, specifically a status penalty, in case you were wondering.
Ooh.
So far, you don't.
I'm all like,
see
bro, don't
anyone
judge me.
else.
So I have this scouting eye.
Yep.
I'm not sure when the best time to use it is because it can't get through all the closed doors, I don't think.
Yes.
So
it typically cannot get through doors, and it only lasts up to 10 minutes, which is typically the amount of time needed to do a thorough search of one room.
oh wow.
Yes, most
So
of the
I
time
don't
we
know that-
break down search activities into 10-minute blocks.
I don't know that I'd care too much to thoroughly search a
Yeah.
room. I just kind of want to get a count of the people in a room and then keep going.
Then that would be entirely up to you when you want to use it.
Yeah,
But
well, I
you
was
are
kind of putting it
correct
out
that you
there.
can't really set it through doors.
Yeah, I was kind of throwing it out there to the party so that I don't have to carry this weight on my shoulders on my own about when to use it, you know?
Well,
Make
we've
Fair
already
enough.
got so much. We've already got this weight already.
Oh, right. It just got put on us as soon as we stepped in this room, huh? So
Exactly. Yes.
So I shouldn't have to carry a second weight all on my own. It might be enough to crumble me. Now I'm thinking about apple crumble. All right. Well, as soon as Zavara figures out how to add the follow the expert effect to her, so she can come in the room, I guess we could carry on, huh? Or do we want to search all these crates just for loot?
Does it hurt to look at what we leave behind?
It is entirely up to you guys if you'd like to spend time looking through the crates. I'd say
It'd hurt if
Go ahead.
it'd hurt if they said an explosion in that
It would.
box there, and we don't find it,
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
Yeah. If you just wanted to open them and take a quick peek, that wouldn't really take any time. But if you wanted to actually take some time to make sure these boxes won't explode on touch and thoroughly go through them all, that is something that would take time. So very much how you want to do it.
Quick look wouldn't hurt.
I have to admit, I'm mildly curious about the copper tubing and where the copper tubing goes.
Yeah.
If that would be something that could assist us, because that there's heat coming from there.
Mhm.
It's something that makes it to every room. Yeah, there's bound to be something. Good grace, it'd be nice if there was a way to put some type of explosive in there, but I don't know that we have explosive.
Unfortunately, no one took the demolitionist archetype
Ah,
for once in one of my campaigns.
that would have been the bomb.
You shut up.
Ugh.
Take that. All right, so you guys are looking at crates or what?
Yeah. If you guys want pull off like the lid of some of the crates here, take a quick look in, they look for the most part to be pretty fresh shipments of like warm winter clothing. Perhaps a bit relatively look like they're designed to be tight fit. Maybe what would go underneath armor to help keep individuals warm while they are out in the cold wearing heavy armor. Like fresh shipment, perhaps, or at least supplies that have yet to be unpacked.
Nothing much of interest here. So let's see what is further on.
Door does not appear to be locked or trapped in any way, Vask. As you approach, push it open, you look into pretty almost standard-looking barracks, you would call them. It's large, but already feels a bit cramped. There's multiple three-tiered bunks filling most of the area. You do see like built-in padlocked drawers underneath each of them as well, ladders that lead up to the upper bunks, as well as some pretty compact weapon and armor racks set near them as well. There is a large set of stairs leading underground, as well as a pair of heavy-looking stone doors to the west. A couple more of those light-emitting crystals set up in the wall, as well as some of that copper tubing that is keeping this entire room warm.
Real quick, how do I switch between characters? Like icons. Oops.
Like
Because
yourself
once I
and
move,
Blight?
yeah,
That's
because
the
like
neat
when I,
part. You don't. The simplest way to do it would be like have Blight on top of your token, and if you like do a click, like selection box, click and drag, you can select both tokens simultaneously,
yeah, I've seen that.
and that way.
How do
when
I
you
put
move,
them
you
on the
use
same
both.
square together?
You just move Blight onto your token. I had put Blight up here onto you. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was looking for him. I lost Blight.
I moved too quickly for you.
There he is.
Yep, it's that is the simplest way to do it, is just kind of keep him with you and move both simultaneously. Otherwise, if you move them into separate rooms,
You can't find the other one.
I think if you unselect your token, you should be able to see him, but that can get a little
Oh,
funky
okay.
sometimes.
I'll try that, but I like this better. He's
Yeah,
he's
fair enough.
technically on my shoulder anyway, so
There you go. Matching the artwork properly.
yes.
We really want move him like yeah, perfect.
We were thinking the same.
We're so smart.
I feel as if this Ordulf would want to survey the lands that he intends to take. I do not believe he would go underground. What say you?
The richest people always stay in the penthouse. Yeah. Let's do it.
Vask, can you go ahead and give me a perception check real quick?
I was totally targeting a natural 20 there, by the way.
Yeah, I get it. As sort of everyone is taking a brief look around the room, there are a number of drawers under these beds. Certainly might be things to find in there, but that would take quite a while to go through everything if you actively wish to do so. As you sort of approach these large stone doors here, kind of standing by it, not even needing to put your ear up against it, you hear shouting and the clashing of metal from beyond it.
So while we were talking about searching under the beds and stuff, let me remind you that from the moment we stepped in here, we had an hour and a half on that thermal remedy. So maybe not searching too much. We're assassins, not Pathfinder agents.
Mm-hmm. We have a target.
No, we're totally Starfinder. Just wrong setting.
Look, at least Starfinder agents are more respected than Pathfinder agents. Pathfinder agents, there's nothing good about them.
So, just listening for a moment, I put a hand up to halt everyone, and just kind of point to the door. But does the clash sound like folks training?
I'd say definitely sounds more like training than chaos.
Maybe we shouldn't go in there.
All right. That
Should also
I was just about to say that.
Are you guys closing doors behind you, or are you leaving them open as you pass?
I had planned to close them, yes.
Okay, perfect. Just wanted to make sure.
That way it's harder and takes longer for us to escape.
Exactly. Good, you're getting it.
We're gonna find a secret passage out anyway, and then catch the bird.
Everyone hops on a bird. It's like escaping from Mordor, but
well, yeah, or we just use the scroll of fly I have.
So,
two.
Again, pointing to the door. They're trading in the other room. We should perhaps choose another path.
The
Perhaps
only
down.
thing I see is a stairway down, and I think we concluded that he probably wouldn't be underground. Now, of course, that could be also the location where they keep the safe, but we're here to handle business.
We do not know this place. There are no conclusions.
So
down may be the right way.
Are these double doors, or are they separate doors? Like they look like they might go to different rooms.
Double doors.
I guess we're going downstairs. Then maybe there's another way up.
All right. You guys would like to go downstairs, by all means. This one is specifically going to be a separate map, unfortunately. Couldn't quite cram it all in. But you guys begin descending the steps to where it feels quite warm still. You see that piping still overhead emitting warmth. As you descend these stairs, though, you make your way into what appears to be a storage room of sorts. Why are there two of everyone's tokens? How did that happen? Am I seeing that incorrectly? There we go. Want to make sure everyone has a token there, able to control. Finding your way down into... Oh my god, I do have a teleport, don't I?
Ooh.
That teleport, I thought that didn't work anymore. That's very scuffed.
It did.
Whoops. That's so goofy. Alright, don't go down the stairs. Move rapidly to the bottom of them.
Yes. There we go.
There you go. Alright. I genuinely forgot that there was a teleport inbuilt there. I'm used to making my own teleports, and I forgot about that one. storage room. I've said that a lot, but I'm going to say it again while I lose my train of thought for like the 5th time. A number of crates and barrels here, all just kind of, looks like probably supplies for the most part. 2 more sets of stone doors leading both west and south from here.
Now that I'm all uptight, I do want to get perceptions on these doors.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a quick blind perception check. Okay. Vast, as you head up to the western door, kind of push your hand up against it to hear through it, you immediately recoil. Those doors are hot to the touch.
Ooh, baby.
Not quite
We
enough
found the furnace. Let's get to work.
Not quite enough to burn on extended touch, but definitely hot.
Okay.
Uh,
I point to the doors. Perhaps a furnace. These are
Perhaps Avernus. I know that plane. Let's not go there.
Wrong system. We just call it hell here.
So the doorway to hell. That's interesting.
All right.
Well,
Next door.
Through the southern
door?
door, I'm just going to go with the same roll. I don't want to have you rolling constant perception checks because that's boring. You hear a sort of muted conversation. You can't really tell what's being said precisely, but you do hear what sounds like multiple voices.
Any sense of, I don't know, can I spot differences in voices, or is it just kind of like, it's more than one,
It's
less than
definitely
20?
more than one. I'd say through the door with your roll, it's a bit hard to tell. You don't really have an idea how many might be on the other side, but you don't hear any like sounds of urgency or shouting or anything like that. Just sounds like how people would engage in conversation.
Someone is speaking on the other side. They speak quietly, as if not concerned.
Well, then it sounds like we have our first targets for the night. Because we can't keep passing doors.
I mean, you could.
We will consider them unfortunate victims.
Yes, I don't know that we have any more doors that we can pass. We got the hot doors, and we got the doors with the training behind it. This one sounds like a one that we can surprise, so I'm ready. When you are, the sooner the better.
Do you have preparations? I look back. I get the door ready. Which way does it open? Towards us or towards them?
These would be pull doors.
So whoever wants to blaze their way in, prep.
Well, Zafara would be the one to blaze their way in. She just crashed, though.
Oh, no.
Well, I don't know if her whole computer crashed or not. She just dropped out of voice chat real quick.
Well, kind of perfect timing because I was going to have us take a break before we bust the door down. But I will ask just to confirm, are we planning to just like bust the
Storm the
door down,
castle.
charge in, or do we want to try and take them out quietly?
So
Or we all have
look,
these.
we were gonna fix a furnace and we're close. We could just pick the wrong door. We still got 25 minutes left of our disguises.
Yeah, and that's from the one you cast. We still have our own disguises afterwards. I think we should bluff our way through. I don't think we should try to fight at all until we get to the
I'm good with that.
target.
So be
Alright.
it.
Then, before we open the door and see who is on the other side, we'll go ahead and take a quick break here. Give everyone a chance to stand up, stretch, refill their water or other drinks. Also, give a moment for hopefully Zavara's computer to get off the fritz. And I'll see you all in just a few.
We will power ourselves back up with 20 push-ups.
You know what? If
Knock
that's
them
what
out.
helps you. Welcome back, everyone. I believe as we paused, we were preparing to open the southern doors where we were hearing some voices and perhaps not
As-
immediately commit to violence, but
As Lucian looks back at the group, he says, I recommend that we make a little bit of noise. There's few times that I've ever seen laborers enter a job site as quietly as we have gotten here.
Are you not making noise now?
I'm at a low whisper, my friend. I'm sure this is a conversation we don't want them to hear.
I volunteer to fart.
Oh, there you go. But those tend to be silent and violent.
No, we are silent and violent.
So,
So be it. Make
I'm
what
okay
noise you
with-
will.
I look at the rest of the group and proceed to go, well, about what room were we supposed to be going to anywhere? I have no idea where anything is around this place.
as you
As I throw the door open.
say that and the door is thrown open, you find yourself looking into a pretty large room, it seems, as it stretches off far to the left from what you're able to see. Conversation goes quiet from the multitude of people in this chamber, of which you only see a few right now, but most of them wearing some form of like leather armor that has been padded for the cold, with some strapped pauldrons on as well. Many of them that you see have like either a spear actively in hand that they're leaning on, or kind of close at hand as well. A few more storage boxes off to the side. Down to the south, what appear to be large shelves, maybe wardrobes of sorts. You are immediately hit as the door opens with a foul smell of compounded, unwashed body odor. There's a few of the people kind of closest to the entrance that were chatting amongst themselves see the door swing open, turn to look at you. The one closest kind of shrugs off her spear a little bit. I mean, who in the bloody fuck are you?
Plumbers. Is this not the furnace room?
I tap the copper on the ceiling where the copper pipes are.
You
I
here
just
for the
squint at it.
you here for the furnace or for the shitters? Because different directions.
It smells like we are in the shitter.
Say one more word like that, I'm gonna give you a new shitter.
Oh, it is not.
Okay, well, they said the furnace room was down here. Do you know?
Get through the door that's bloody hot, dumbass.
Oh, that'd be smart. Cool.
See, at this
I
point,
look
like
at-
a few more people are crowding sort of around as well, just approaching to see what's going on with the conversation.
All right, so real quick, I'm gonna look because it looks like this other door. Oh, I guess they're just double doors again.
It's just double doors, yeah.
Okay. All right.
We can generally assume when you guys open, you push both doors open if you would like. That way there's more room for movement. But if you would prefer it to only be one door as well, you may.
I think we'd have just opened up both doors to make a big,
1, 2, 3,
big
4.
hoopla.
All right.
Uh,
So yeah, at this point, I'll sorry about that and close the door.
Well, before you close the door, I am going to ask one person who are going to put in charge of this role to make a deception check.
Yeah.
For the fact that you guys are
That would have to not be me.
plumbers. I will give you the +4 circ bonus from Illusory Disguise on this, but this is going to be a complication. And there's a few too many in this space for your assassination to be applicable. Okay. Malric went ahead and made the roll. After the comments about the bathroom versus the furnace, they look a little annoyed. There's a bit of a huff. But seeing you guys move to like close the door and move on, they just sort of in a huff themselves turn their back on you a little bit. They don't look like they're going to question you any further at the moment.
Oh, and that was a temporary mistake, a one-time mistake. I realized Zavara is the better liar, so
She's
we'll
the
let
better
her
liar,
take over.
yes.
Yeah.
See, guys, I offended them, so it was uncomfortable for them to continue having the conversation without wanting to kill us. You're welcome.
They were surly enough to kill you anyways. No matter how uncomfortable
many
it
were
got.
So how many did we see in there?
From what you were able to see, you saw at a quick glance 5. But by the sound of feet moving as well from around the corner, there were probably more. Definitely more.
Okay, so from what we've figured out so far, we've got what we assume to be the furnace room, the barracks, and a training room. And those are the only 3 rooms with
That we've
doors
seen
that we
so
can
far.
go through from this direction. Was there some other way to get inside?
There was another set of front doors on the west.
Oh, that's right, the east and west. Yes. Well, I guess we did go wrong.
There's
going,
also
right.
technically the higher levels if climbing or flying is in your forte. Is technically
They are
possible
indeed.
to get up those ways. But
You know what I just thought about? I didn't think about this for the entire 2 days we were infiltrating, but I can turn into a little bug. I could have just gone through the whole place. That seems like it would have been a thing to know before.
Until somebody didn't like bugs. Oh, bug squish.
Well, that's what my armor class is for.
So holy mackerel, that bug is unkillable. It's a roach.
specifically a cockroach.
Well, I would have to be a mantis, a praying mantis, but
Oh,
Makes it a
at
little
some
bit
point
harder.
we've got to figure out how we're going to get in here. And could we not find some way to deceive these ones in here to let us pass?
well, why would we want? I mean, I didn't see any doors
No
or
need.
anything. Like, we shouldn't even want to pass. We should want to. First of all, let's open these furnace doors and see
I was
if
gonna
the furnace is
say-
actually in here.
I have the fire resistance from your boon. So
Yeah, I mean, what's the worst thing
I
that
could,
happens?
yeah, let's at least see what's in there.
Though Zavara has more fire resistance, and she should be the one up at the front anyway. Now that she's back, so maybe she
Fair
can
enough.
go open the door.
Agreed.
Where is the door?
It's that silver rectangle thing right to the left of you, and then to the southwest of you also. Just click on it; it opens the door. See, ta-da!
Awesome.
Oh, we
The
found the
big
red
furnace.
dragon.
Pushing open these doors, looking into the largest room that you have seen by far, you are immediately greeted by a massive furnace standing along the northern wall here. Those copper
Oh, hey, we
pipes.
found the virus. We
Yeah.
found the furnace.
Those copper pipes you've been seeing connect to specifically this furnace and lead up into the ceiling in various parts. You also notice the furnace itself having these massive access doors attached to it. Specifically along the southern door as well, the map shown it very vaguely, there are these two large orange gemstones set into it and kind of embedded in the frame, emitting a glow. There are similar double doors to the west. There's also a set of double doors heading south from here.
So I'm betting the set of double doors that head south are just the other side of the barracks. They looked pretty wide from where we were at. So how about we go straight west?
I will say this room is extremely hot, specifically putting us at a level of severe heat if we were looking at that mechanically.
So for the severe heat to cause fatigue, you have to be in there for a little while, right? I mean, we're talking about 5 or 10 minutes at least.
4 hours for fatigue.
Okay, perfect. So
but a little bit
we
of
all
fire
have
damage every hour you remain in here.
Okay, well, yeah, we all have fire resistance, so we should be able to walk through if we spend less than a minute or two and be fine, right?
Yeah, it's just hot.
Sweet. Well, I assume Bobby also took the fire resistance from the thing if he didn't already have a charm. Yeah.
No, but I can eat fire, so if I'm hungry enough.
Well. Oh yeah, I suppose.
All right, so we have doors that go to the furnace itself. We don't like those. The door south.
Doors west.
Yeah, I think west is the obvious option. And we should all just hurry up and move to the left because if we don't find a fight tonight, Robin's going to mutiny.
Yeah, I'm okay to not.
Oh, really? Is it because you're eating bacon?
Yeah.
Bacon!
And tikka masala.
Love a good tikka masala.
Me
Well,
too.
we're waiting on you either way, so how about we do it?
Yes. Make your way through the furnace room, feeling the sort of sweltering heat. I'm actually going to say that Lucian, the doors to the south, something about them. It's not visually obvious. There's no distinct visual tell, but they give off a feeling of sturdiness compared to the other stone doors you've seen. Malric, you notice the keyhole in these doors to the south is different from the keyholes in the other doors. Specifically, it is a circular shape, like you're supposed to put a far wider cylinder than a normal key shank would be, matching that unique key you picked up from the warehouse in Glacier's Rest.
Ooh, well, I guess we should use it then, huh?
You certainly
Well,
could.
we found the use for one item, that's for sure.
Huzzah!
So I'll pull out the key and I'll just point it in the direction of Zavara and then kind of flick it back towards this door over here.
Yeah. Able to.
How do I pick that up, or do I just open the door now?
Well, you come to the door that we're at and then open that one.
Malric wants you there in case Malric gets stabbed. And let me introduce you to the best part of every Paizo map that exists, the 5 to 10 foot hallway between doors. Just cuz.
Well, it's the entryway. You must have an entryway.
Yup.
Any important room has an entryway.
The key absolutely fits in the next doors as well. Those which open to a separate chamber. Relatively large, if not filled with some cobwebs here. The eastern wall over where Malric has stepped here is dominated by a large mural of a mountain. Like Gorum's holy symbol, and more like Gorum's holy symbol, there is a sword in the mountains. However, this one is a very real, what looks to be great sword, fully embedded into the wall partway. It's a large weapon rack against the southern wall, and a couple large stone chests along the western wall as well.
So, if I pull the sword from the wall, do I become the monarch?
Maybe.
Let's try it.
Give me an athletics check. I love how you're rolling everything blind here. You do not need to be.
I don't want to see it.
With a 35,
And that's why.
You absolutely pull out a great sword embedded in the wall that, at a quick glance, you first notice it is not made out of normal steel. You guys are high enough level that you're able to comprehend. It appears to be at least alloyed with adamantine. It also, like, the blade itself is kind of notched and serrated along the second half of it. Like, sort of old damage maybe, but not enough that would prevent its functionality.
I don't think I am very good at using great swords. I don't know, maybe. Let's find out.
They are martial weapons.
I have a +2 to hit. I think that'll work, right? Yeah, I guess I suck at this.
Yeah.
Quite a large weapon for you, my friend.
Oh, thanks for noticing.
Could this be the vault that they have spoken of?
That's what I was thinking about. As it might be there. If
Take a
so,
quick
he
glance.
might have other trophies in here as well.
Take a quick glance about the room.
Yeah, I'd say if you guys would like to absolutely spend a couple minutes here, anyone who would like to give me a perception check may do so.
You want this one blind, though, right?
Yes, perception should pretty much always be blind. It doesn't really matter, Lucian. So I'll keep yours. Okay, all right. Taking a look around, there's certainly some stuff to find. Specifically on that weapon rack, there's a dozen or so just regular greatswords, as well as one that has been enchanted. There is a enchanted longbow kind of sitting against it as well, and an enchanted shield. I'm not sure if it would be better than Savara's, but it is specifically a greater sturdy shield. So hardness 15, 120 hit points as is. I believe that might actually be better than Savara's current shield.
That would be cool.
The chests are full of coin. Spread around, thousands upon thousands of copper, silver, gold, and platinum.
Were one of you guys smarter than me and got a bag of holding or whatever those are called these days?
Yes, we
Spacious
did.
pouch.
Oh, good.
Two of us have spacious pouches that we could load up.
Sweet. So I see that we've already got the magic on there. I was gonna throw Read Aura on and see if that adamantine greatsword popped up as anything.
It's not magical. However, there is something you, Malric and Lucian, notice as the greatsword is pulled out. The notch in the wall that the greatsword was set into feels purposeful. Looking inside, you actually see what appear to be bits of metal sticking out into the hole, not unlike a keyhole.
Ooh.
Which may recontextualize the notches and serrations on the greatsword that you had pulled out.
The giant key.
As you notice that, you notice the slight seam surrounding the large mountain mural, indicating perhaps a door of some sort.
Well, it's definitely nice of them to leave us the key. I guess we can try to see if this opens.
Yeah. I would ask anyone who is going to try and open it to give me an athletics check to actually force the sword in all the way.
That will most definitely mean not to me.
I have 25 athletics.
You are the best. Well, but you have 25 athletics. Oh, that's acrobatics. Yeah, you are the best. You're the best around.
I'll also say, the rest of you probably taking a couple minutes here to shovel the coin if you are planning to take it here.
Yeah, oh, there you go.
All right, Vesk. Setting the sword into the wall and pushing with all of your strength is absolutely enough to send the sword up to the hilt into the wall, at which point, with a silent swing, the entire mural shifts slightly and opens another room.
Well, now
Send.
you definitely found a purpose for those big arms of yours, Vosk.
Grunt, continue.
Shoveling coin.
Oh, this must be the weapon that he took.
Oh,
When I
well,
say thousands
yeah.
of coin, I do want to mention about 26,000 copper pieces are in those 4 chests. So, do with that information what you will. But moving on to
Also,
the
quick
side
question.
Yes.
Did you say the bow is augmented?
It is a +2 striking composite longbow.
All right, that's
so
gonna
certainly better than your
Something you
short
could
bow,
better
I
than-
believe.
I would concur.
Yeah, it is in the party
How did-
stash. You are free to P to open the party character sheet. Stash is where all items I give you guys or you find are put. You just drag them onto your character sheet, drag things you want to put from your sheet into the party stash to get rid of them. Stepping into this side room, about the same size of the vault, but markedly empty. Just a pair of stone chests against the northern wall, and above it, hanging a golden rapier.
Now, this feels more like a trophy room.
Couple things to note. The chests themselves have some more coin as well as gemstones. There is a sheath for the rapier off to the side. The sheath itself, like a dark navy blue with like embossed lightning bolts on it. The rapier itself, fully golden in coloration. Whether the blade is actually made of gold, probably not. On the pommel, though, there is an engraved mantis claw.
Oh, how interesting.
Can we do like a recall knowledge to see if perhaps this has some lore within the
Certainly.
Red Mantis?
Ah, good to
Is
catch
that-
on that clue.
Is that assassin lore?
You can just use
Or-
recall knowledge from the basic action macros, and that'll roll
Oh, gotcha.
everything.
Oh, dang it.
All right. Thank goodness for assassin lore. That's. And actually, Lucian, your roll was lower, but you got a very high modifier for sure. The two of you not only recognize this blade, but know who it belonged to.
Oh, wow.
A member of the Red Mantis by the name of Nerissa Valtrin. She was a pretty high-ranking member of the Mantises, not quite a member of the Vernai, but probably sort of equivalent to you guys in the job she took on. She notably worked pretty solo, though. She had left on a mission soon before you guys left on your mission to the Shackles. But you did not know the details of what job she was taking on.
Well,
It
apparently
seems
we're
Nerissa
following
has
up.
fallen.
Yeah, we're following up on someone that wasn't as efficient, I guess, as we are. But I don't know who of us would find much use in this, but I wouldn't mind carrying it.
Yeah.
Sort
know
of
it's
my
in-
own trophy.
You know it's enchanted, but you don't know the exact enchantments on her blade.
So detect
we can-
magic.
Well, that's not
Do
going
you
to tell you
wanna-
anything.
Yeah,
but-
we'll do the arcane or whatever.
What you would
knowledge
specifically
check
have
see
to
if we
do is spend about 10 minutes to try and identify what the enchantment is on it. Which Read Aura would give a bonus on, but that does take 10 minutes unless someone has the quick identification feat.
I think we
Quickly
can afford
identify her feet.
10 minutes.
I mean, it's not like anyone knows we're here at this time.
Sure.
Yeah, we do have the spells counting down, the buffs, but yeah, I think we can spend 10 minutes. So
All right, then.
So be it.
Anyone who would like to may give me a recall knowledge. I know you have the Read Aura, so that gives you a +2 circ bonus to it. And by the time this ends, will be right around when the illusory disguise runs out on you all.
I put the Read Aura spell effect on, but it didn't give me the +2 or a thing for it.
Yeah, it won't, because it wants you to specifically use the Identify Magic action, which I just people use Recall Knowledge. It's simplest to do, which is why I ignore the Read Aura effect and just I know to retroactively apply a +2 to your roll. All right. There are different things here that will apply. Malric, you absolutely identify the rapier. Lucian, you'll notice something else. This rapier is a type of magic weapon specifically known as Storm Flash. It is a +2 greater striking shock rapier, of course, but it also allows its wielder to cast Lightning Bolt once per day, and you can try to divert electricity targeting you every few minutes.
Do you have to be wielding it to divert the electricity?
Yes. Yeah, the actions of the item require you to actively be holding it and wielding it to be able to use.
Well, Lucian, do you want to hold on to this so you don't get zapped? Or I guess I could hold on to it so I don't get zapped.
It is
I
the
mean,
wielder is able to protect someone else potentially within 10 feet of them from getting zapped.
Oh, most excellent. Although 10 feet is
For
not that
yourself,
great a
technically.
distance.
I guess you can use it on yourself.
So I do have protections against electricity, but I do find the weapon most elegant, much preferred over the twin blades that I don't have much use for. Not that I would find much use for this other than casting from it.
More
So
spells.
if you wish it, you may very well carry it, Malric, if that is your choice.
I mean, I guess sure, yeah. Well, I guess it would let me throw a lightning bolt on if I find the need to. You could do that without it, right? So.
I will say the rapier is a martial weapon, so Malric, you would not really benefit from its either attacking with it or the ability to divert lightning, because that requires you to make an attack roll with it.
Oh, I didn't catch that. I just
Yes.
saw. What?
So,
Okay, it just said an electric effect targets you or a creature within 10 feet, or has you or a creature within 10 feet in its aura as a trigger.
and then right beneath that is the effect. Choose an eligible creature to protect and roll a
and roll a melee
attack
attack roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, never mind. I don't want that piece of crap.
So actually, I think Lucian, you would not really benefit from being able to.
No, I would
lightning
not as
either.
well. No, it's exactly. Carrying weapons is just kind of decorative for me.
Lucian, as you guys are sort of going over this tome, finishing kind of pulling all the coin and gems from the chests as well, you find something kind of buried underneath the coin of one of the chests, a very small, blood-stained book. Now, I don't believe, despite all the tongues you speak, the language this is written in is not one you know. It is, you can tell though, it is specifically Scald, kind of a dialect that is common up here in the lands of the Linarm Kings and Irison. But based on the symbol embossed on the cover and your very good religion check, you are able to tell that this is a prayer book.
Most interesting. Not that I could read it, and I pick it up and I show it over to Malric. This seems to be a prayer book, and I know that worshiping is kind of your ballpark. You wouldn't happen to know Scald, would you?
We've lost Malric. Oh no.
Did we use Malric?
Malric is gone.
The silent.
No, Malric is here. He's helping me because I couldn't figure something out. Okay, what did
Ah,
you want to
oh no.
say?
I said, I forgot what I said. He was talking about the prayer book, and I don't. Oh, did I have a use for it? No.
No, he doesn't have a use for it. Okay.
You don't happen to speak Scald?
No, I don't think I speak Scald. Check the party sheet. Maybe I do.
I'll take a look. Hold on.
No one in the party speaks Scald, as is, I am unfortunate to say.
Well, I guess for the time being, that we'll just keep this within our inventory and see if we can find someone to translate it later.
Certainly.
Are there ways to... Oh, I guess there would be magical methods that folks could use.
There is specifically the translate spell, which I believe second rank is all you would need to cast it at to be able to read it. However, this would be a case where I would allow the usage of decipher writing as well. However, this entire tome, realistically, even with translate or deciphering writing, to potentially glean anything of use out of it, you'd be looking at least an hour of time expended.
As not time that we wish to spend, but again, the book may be of use later. When we can actually spend some time in research on it.
Absolutely.
So we make sure to loot the rest of the chests.
Yes. In total, there is roughly 26,000 copper pieces, 3,900 silver, about 1,000 gold, about 120 platinum as well. The chests here in the secret vault had about close to 6,500 gold's worth of general unsorted coins and raw gemstones.
Okay, and I can see that in the party wealth.
All in the party stash. Yep.
Well, not a bad haul, but again, we still haven't succeeded with our target yet. And it would seem that I can actually see each of you now as our disguises have dropped.
I put my disguise back up with my scarf.
All right.
Do the same.
You don't have to constantly be putting the effect on yourself if you don't wish to. I know you've got a scarf that allows you to just be casting it once per hour, so...
Gotcha.
Well, if there's nothing else
So if
here,
there's nothing of use here, we should return.
The shuffling sound of the doors opening and closing. Step back into the sort of sweltering furnace here. Feel the heat on your flesh just being in this chamber.
Robin, are you going to join us?
Sure trying.
Well, that's why we had you by the mouse, so that it would be easier for you to try.
hey, a real easy trick. If you use the WASD, that works really well. It only moves you a hex at a time, but it's pretty precise and it moves pretty quick. I've been able to keep everybody with that way. It's been working for me because I got two that I got to move and they move together well.
Lucian, you, for your mythic path, have the Sage's proficiency, correct?
Yes,
the
I do.
Sage's calling. Do you also have currently prepared detect magic?
Yes.
Okay. I think you notice something then. Perhaps an instinct or intuition as you step back into the furnace room here. Those gemstones, the two sort of set into the metal of the furnace here that glow ever so slightly, are perhaps some of the strongest and most condensed magic you've ever seen in your life.
So I head back over that direction and I mention it. I look back and say, Malric, take a look at this.
What is it?
It detects very strong magical senses. There's something about this. I'm not quite sure. I try to identify it.
Yeah, if you guys want to spend a couple minutes, you certainly may.
I think it would benefit us to find out if the rest of you would agree. look
Do
out.
what you
and-
need. I will keep my eyes open.
I would hope so. You might run into quite a few walls if you didn't.
That's why fighters have blind fighting.
Yes.
Okay. Lucian, taking a couple minutes here to focus on the gems, examining them, trying to get a feel for what exactly the magic is. Not quite going far enough to, like, put your hands on the metal of the furnace, because that'd probably be really hot.
A little bit.
But doing everything you can to examine, I do believe you are at a high enough level that casting a detect magic would tell you not only the source of the highest ranking magic around you, but the rank or level it is. So while you
And
look
I
over these
will-
gems, while you are unable to tell exactly what effect it is, you are able to confirm that these two items are 18th level magic items.
Yeah, I had just assumed that it was a fire elemental that was trapped inside of a gem that was heating the furnace, but I was just going to skip over that because kill.
So this is most definitely a very high level of magic that seems to be keeping what's in there in there.
Could it be of use to us? Either as a destruction or an attack?
Or a diversion, or something that may turn on us. But as
You
something
deal
we
in
may
magic.
decide.
You deal in magic. You make it. You tell us.
So do these stones look like they're holding something back, like they're holding the door shut?
No, they're not holding the door shut in any way. They're set into the metal on either side of these furnace doors. But you are... What exactly they are doing, you're unsure. You just know that they contain very powerful magic within them.
Is it designed? Does it look like it's designed to be removed
No,
or replaced? Or
doesn't mean you couldn't remove them, but it does not look like they're designed to be pulled out.
Maverick, do you mind taking a look at this and see if you could? I can tell that it's magic, but I can't tell exactly its purpose.
Well, it would take me about 11 minutes to figure that out, and I don't think this is really going to help us kill a guy. So maybe we should get on while our buffs are still going.
I'm okay with that. I'm just curious as to what is in there. But it's always something we can come back to.
I told you, fire elemental to heat the place. I feel
What could-
honestly fairly confident about that.
could we use fire elementals to destroy?
Yeah, I think it would be more pissed off at us as well.
Well, yeah, it'd definitely be a good distraction. It would sow some chaos, but I mean, it also might make the place stop heating and cause people to question what's going on and come find us. You know.
You are the plumbers.
Well, let's
do
make
not
our
care.
way to the next.
We continue.
Okay.
Perception.
Door does not
Or
appear to be
just listen to the
trapped
door?
or locked, as far as you can tell. Congratulations, you have found more storage.
Ooh.
Huzzah! crates, barrels, the works.
And crates?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy, isn't it?
I think we should open a place and call it Crate and Barrel.
I feel like there's a trademark there.
Oh, dang it.
I know. Unfortunate.
I was hopeful. I thought I was onto something.
Looking back, I say, well, there seems to be a way up here, so
Yoink.
Alrighty, you guys can just move up the stairs if you'd like to.
Oh my god.
Look
Yeah.
at you being fancy.
So, I'm going to have you stop once you're up here, because you're not necessarily alone in this room.
We're not alone in any room. Achaekek be with you.
Aw.
What are you doing moving into
Just
the
not
room?
behind you.
As you stride up the stairs into this room, the large wooden beams, of course, lining the walls, holding the ceiling in place. At this point, your nose mostly recovered from the smell of body odor from the barracks you had seen downstairs. You begin to smell. It's kind of like wet fur. You see the as you make it to the top of the steps, the sets of double doors that lead probably outside. You seem to have found your way back to the western end of Crownhold, as well as some gore, some viscera here and there, and a pair of big fucking bears.
oh, that
Oopsie.
is not what we want to run into.
Though I'm gonna show you guys the art, and I'm gonna let you see what's wrong with this situation.
Yeah,
He
it's
has
a
got
bunch
lots
of-
legs.
Got a bunch of legs.
Oh, well, I also see their eyes are glowing. I noticed that the legs on this thing is very reminiscent of the amount of legs a Displacer Beast has. I wonder if there's a coinkydink there.
Yes, because we don't really have Displacer Beasts in Pathfinder. We have cool other things instead.
He looks kind of
Alright.
frosty.
As you mount the stairs and see these bears just kind of chilling out, one of them, they both raise their heads and look at you. 4 sets of legs on each side, so 8 legs total. One of them opens its mouth. I don't recognize you all.
Oh, it
Who are
speaks.
you?
I bet with all those paws, they give great bear hugs. Oh, we're the plumbers. Oh, wait, no, Zavara's the liar. Zavara should be lying.
Yes.
But yeah, we're the
furnace
plumbers.
fixers. We're the furnace fixers.
Yes.
Furnace fixers. This place feels pretty warm to me. What needed to be fixed about the furnaces?
Is it warm or is it hot, bud?
Pleasantly warm compared to out there?
That's because we fixed it.
Wait, really? I would have thought this guy was a polar bear. He likes the hot? That's...
Oh, I'm sorry. Just because my fur is white and I live in the north, you think I don't like the heat? Hmm?
Oh,
That
great.
was a
We
little
ended up
stereotypical of me.
Yes,
with
it
the
was.
bipolar bear. He's gonna freak out on us any moment now.
If you compare me to a polar bear one more time, I am going to freak out. I'm not a polar bear.
Oh,
Bipolar.
what are you?
I'm a frost ripper.
Oh, that's cool, I think. What's
that is so much more impressive than a polar bear. You just look
Isn't it?
amazing. Yeah, yeah.
I will say, this is the one talking to you. This one that is much closer is drooling as it looks at you all.
And I slowly back up behind Zavara as I'm conversing. Your friend there looks to have a bit of drool. Is he hungry? What is this?
Oh, yeah, it's nearly lunchtime. I don't have a clock on my arm, but I know what time it is.
Check the other arm. You got a lot of them.
I'm
Just
not
point-
stupid. I know where I have my clocks, and they're not on any of my arms. I don't actually have a clock.
So there are no other, I guess, entrances to this room.
From
There's
what
the
you can
exits,
see, there's the doors
presumably.
outside, and there's a similar set of double doors heading east. I'm going to ask, at this point, if you guys would like to try and stealth past these guys or deceive them, we can absolutely do a deception check here. You can also... I mean, there's one that looks hungry and looks like it might attack at any moment anyways, so kind of up to you guys if you'd like to ignore or attack the bears.
Well, it would be smart for us to try to get past them.
Agreed.
But also, this looks like the closest thing to a combat we could do without pulling a bunch of people. But the smart thing to do would be to try to talk our way past them.
I will say, one of the best ways to build your infiltration points is the removal of enemies.
Oh.
Because that will also make it a lot harder for Ordulf to have reinforcements when you inevitably fight him.
That's true.
All right,
Something to
so-
keep in mind.
While they are busy in conversation,
Mm-hmm.
is there an opportunity for me to, one, establish them as prey? I can establish both.
Mhm.
And two, position myself in a flanking position for a better, more superior combat.
I want to check the wording on Hunt Prey real quick.
Yeah, because they may know that you've assigned them as prey. Plus, don't forget that you can share your prey as well.
Oh, I could, yeah, it's for everybody.
Well, no, it only goes. You get to pick one other person to share it with.
I get to pray just to make it today.
Yes.
I am also too legit to quit.
Nice.
All right. I think what I will do here, if you would like to try and do that, I am going to ask a deception check be rolled first, so we can try and mask the fact that you guys are moving into an advantageous position. I should also mention at this point, I imagine none of you really have weapons drawn at the moment, so the moment you do draw them would probably signal to these bears that you plan to fight.
So I have a staff. I assume that I have that drawn. I'm using it like a walking stick.
Yes,
So
yours.
is a
You
weapon.
are
Okay.
specifically using yours as a walking stick. You have mentioned that, so that is no issue. In general,
And it has
weapons and the
not been
like.
unheard of for bears to desire to have their back scratched by sawtooth sabers. Just saying.
They do have back scratch fever.
Word.
Oh, that would be cat scratch. No.
Dang it, dude.
Bear scratch fever? All right.
Sure.
Well, while you're
All right.
getting into position, I'd like to get out of position, but I don't want to go too back because that's
Well,
going to kick me down the stairs.
Again, this is... I need a deception check
deception.
first
Deception,
to see if
all
I
right.
can actually mask
Is
who
that
you
on-
guys are.
I'm assuming that's on me, or shall we use our best deceiver?
If you guys would like to use your best deceiver, you are more than welcome to do so.
That's me, right?
It's
Yes.
you.
You are the deceiver. We accept nothing short of nat 20s, so
We'll see what I can do.
We roll them. We just don't accept them.
I send them back anytime I see one.
I'm sorry, we have a no return policy.
Gonna leave it on your
Jericho
front porch.
expects nothing
Is
but
it
the best
blind or
from us.
regular?
This can be public. Why not? What's the worst that could happen?
Combat. Or no, that's...
A 30. In this case, I'm going to say is not quite a success.
Ew.
You may certainly choose to re-roll if you would like, but otherwise, I think these bears are not going to be convinced by your plumber performance, and you'll have time to draw your weapons as they move to attack, but they would be
Well,
immediately
then
attacking.
I would like to aid then by pointing at
You cannot
Lucian's crack.
post-roll aid. Aids have
I
to
was-
be
I was-
decided before a roll is being made.
I was post rolling a bad joke. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I see.
But if I re-roll, can he aid me in a re-roll?
No, you'd just be using the mythic point
Mythic.
reroll here.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. Drawing upon a bit of your mythic power.
In pointing out Lucian's crack.
No! Look, plumbers!
That's better.
Right. It should be even better. As a reminder to re-roll, you can right-click your roll in
Oh,
chat,
yeah.
and there's an option
Re-roll
to
as a
re-roll
hero,
using a mythic
As
point.
a Yep.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Because you get a
Oh,
better
yeah,
bonus as
okay.
well when you re-roll with mythic. So I think you have an additional +6 on it. Bring your total
Oh.
to 42, because mythic proficiency is the best proficiency you can possibly have. Is absolutely going to. There's a moment where they don't believe you, but as you draw upon your mythic power with a brief sort of flash of light that isn't necessarily noticed by these bears, but might be noticed by other entities in this fortress, they sort of look at each other and shrug and start going into detail about the food they've eaten recently and how that makes them still hungry because they're not getting enough nutrients, because there's not enough people out in the wilderness for them to go attack and consume anymore. But that is distracting enough that I would absolutely allow Vask you to sort of hunt prey, since that's for you kind of quiet to do. I'll give you an option here, actually. Because shared prey, you have
Okay.
to specifically be talking to someone to give them the benefits. I would allow you to just hunt prey them on your own. No shared prey. If you would like to share prey with one of your allies, we're going to have initiative be rolled first, and you do that on your first turn, because that involves actually talking to other people and sharing information with them. That is important to combat. And these bears, unfortunately, are smart.
Gotcha.
I heard him say that.
However, you guys are able to sort of maneuver and position yourselves here around the room freely.
Well, and if you have to do the share prey on your turn anyway, you can always hunt prey now, do whatever, and then share prey as an action
then
later
share prey.
anyway, right?
Yep.
So,
I'm there.
all right.
So
Well,
let's
would you
go with
like to? Yeah, there we
positioning.
go.
So actually, that is the interesting thing about shared prey. It's normally done when you hunt prey. However, when you want to share prey, you can also only hunt prey one creature. You would not be able to hunt both of these bears and share it simultaneously. That is a restriction on the hunt prey.
Oh,
It's the
Gotcha.
Well, he's
wording of
got-
shared
he's got-
prey.
I've got
He actually has a special
Double prey.
ability of feat that's double prey.
Yes, but the wording of shared prey is when you use hunt prey and select only one prey, you can grant your hunt prey benefits and hunter's edge to an ally, in addition to gaining them yourselves. So
Yeah,
Vask can
versus
choose
it says
multiple
one
prey
target.
for himself, or choose one creature and give the benefits to someone
Sure.
else as well.
And honestly, since Mark's not here, the your flurry benefit doesn't really work on any of us anyway. We don't have the actions to make use of it. So that would settle that one anyway. Mark, however, would love you forever.
Well, is everyone positioned where they would like to be, sort of in the room here?
Am I the only one in the room? I'm terrified now.
Well, I'm sure Zavara's going to want to be in the room, so I assume she's going to want to be in.
Although where y'all are
I want to see
positioned,
where y'all go.
I
You are
would
in the bear
position
space there.
myself opposite of y'all.
Okay, well, if we're doing that,
Casters hide in the corner. Alrighty. Then as
Oh,
you
is
guys...
this-
Oh, go ahead.
is this where we wanted to be? Because I would assume that our melee person would want to be in melee with somebody.
So that space,
Or
Zavara,
underneath
is
them,
in the
sure.
bear space as well. I know the token doesn't really show it, but the bear takes up a full 3x3 spaces.
Zavara heard about that epic bear hug, right, Zavara? You wanted an epic
Yep,
bear hug.
exactly.
I would say if you wanted to be directly in melee with both bears simultaneously, this space or this space are in melee with both of them. I'd also say you're technically flanked by them being in one of those spots, but Guardian's got a stupid high AC anyways, so... Alrighty. Then I think as you guys go to draw your weapons here, I'm going to have us all roll initiative.
Oh, do we have to roll deception for initiative?
I'd say you can roll deception
Oh.
or normal perception for this. Either works.
Oh, much nicer. Ah, it didn't let me.
Damn, I don't have any tiebreakers. You would have thought I would have the religion tiebreaker, right?
Fantastic. Zavara, which of them would you like to try and demoralize with your battle cry?
Let's see the top one.
All right, go ahead and target them for me. Is that T on your keyboard if you're hovering? Perfect. And then there is demoralize in your basic action macros down on your hotbar. The number 2 slot in the hotbar, and demoralize I think is in the second column for you. Fantastic. Okay. Then as you guys move into position as these frost rippers, as they introduce themselves, are sort of going on about what they eat, why they're malnourished, why they're hungry, you guys quickly get into position, draw weapons, and a battle cry unleashed by Zavara absolutely causes these bears to snap to attention at this point, realizing things are wrong. And I was going to begin our encounter here, specifically with the bear that was doing the most of the talking going first. It is going to hear Zavara's battle cry, and in response, it is going to let out a snarl into the air. However, this snarl doesn't sound like a bear snarling, but more like multiple layered screams on top of one another, almost like the screams of people being eaten alive. I need all of you to please give me a will save here. Malric, just fine. Lucian, I gave you a button.
Oh, my
Master
apologies. I
gave
didn't
you a
see it
button.
pop up.
Ah! I gave everyone a button for the save. Please use it.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah,
I was
so
on the combat
for
tab.
everyone who's not me, if you look at the chat when he says that, there will be a button there. You can click that. It'll automatically give you success, failure, etc.
There it is. I see it.
We don't want to use that roll, Vask.
I did the other one, so do I need to redo it in
We'll
the
just keep
chat,
the
or is
rolls
that one
you
okay?
have instead of re-rolling in this case. But for
Okay,
future
okay.
reference, please, 9 times out of 10, when there is a save, I will put a button in chat. If there isn't, just ask. Because it will tell you whether you succeed or fail automatically. It'll also apply any relevant buffs you have to it automatically.
Awesome.
I have
Thank you.
to check here. As
Did
a guardian, I don't believe you turn will successes into critical successes as of yet. Unless I am stupid, which is possible. So this is going to be a regular success for Savara, and failures for both Lucian and Vask.
Oh, also, Zavara, you need to put your stance thing down on the ground so he knows what squares it'll affect.
How do I do that?
Go to your, I forgot what it's called. Oh, hampering stance. Go to hampering stance, put it in the chat, and then, or just expand it out, and then you can drag your, or not even drag, you click on it, and then click on you, and it'll put your aura up.
Hampering stance doesn't have an effect by default, so those words won't.
Wait.
Savara.
Sorry,
Well-
where is it?
Your hampering stance on your actions, and yeah, it has a range, like a template on it.
Yes, but it doesn't move as is because it should be an aura. Savara, if you are in your actions tab under actions, I think it's right underneath Godspeed, you should see hampering stance. You click on the picture, it'll put it in chat. Because there is no, I don't have an effect as is to help track it being on you. I'll see if I can remember and get that set up for you for next week. But for now, just click the picture. It's a 5-foot emanation, which is important. Finding it all right?
So, quick question.
Yes.
I don't think it took into account. Is this a emotional save?
No.
Okay, then that settles
It is
that.
auditory and mental, but not emotion.
Got you covered.
All good, Savara?
Yeah, I think so. I got it in there.
What do you mean you got it in there? It's not in the chat.
Oh, it looks like it is to me.
Oh, interesting. All good. I know you've got it. I'll get an effect set up for next week. So it'll be a
Okay.
little
Yeah,
easier
it
to
looks
keep
like it's
track
in
of.
chat to me, so that's weird.
You might have. No, if you did it. All good. All good. All good. All good. I have some ideas. Vask and Lucian, since you both failed, you may choose to re-roll if you would like to.
I will re-roll with a
Mythic point.
mythic point,
Yes.
and I'm going to find that roll when it gets bouncing around.
You can roll either of the will saves you made, the base roll or the one that actually says failure already. Either works to re-roll. Vask, would you like to re-roll your failure?
I would.
Fantastic.
All right. Sorry, I just did a.
Yep. So that where you have your roll in chat, just right-click it, and then of the options that appear, one of them is re-roll using a mythic point.
Yeah, it's like the 4th or 5th one down.
Fantastic.
I'll take it.
All right. Vask, unaffected. Lucian moving up to a success is fantastic. Lucian and Zavara, both of you are going to take half damage here, which comes down to 8 points of mental damage. You just hit that half button and it applies to you. Perfect. Oh yeah, I guess Blight technically would have had to save as well. I don't care that much, but funny to think on.
Yeah.
Both of you, however, on a success still, are going to become frightened. One. And
Okay.
whilst you are frightened by this tormented snarl, you will also be off guard. That does it for 2 actions of the Koyak, though. It is going to use its third and final action here to attempt a jaw strike on you, Savara. It is going to reach forward and try and bite you as it unleashes this snarl.
Yeah.
Which I believe a 35 is an exact hit after the frightened and off guard. So, just want to check something real quick. Alright. That is going to be 39 points of damage to you here. Because strangely enough, the bear has sneak attack. Don't ask me why.
Mm-hmm.
But as a guardian, that good old physical damage resistance helps out a lot. That does it for the bear's turn. Malric, we are up to you.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. These bears are pretty smart. Yeah, I don't want to use a 5 on a 2. That made sense to none of you, I'm sure. I know what I want to do. I want to try to recall knowledge. I assume these aren't religious. I assume they're nature. Let me make sure I have some points in nature real quick.
Perhaps.
Okay, cool. I am going to try to recall knowledge on these things.
Go for it. You can even target them before you recall knowledge, and it'll help.
Oh, that would have been smart.
All good, though. Doesn't really matter.
Too late.
Taking a look at these things. Those look like bears, man.
See, I knew it. Polar bears specifically.
Yeah.
Bipolar bears.
They just tried to lie to me.
Someone, there's someone from Nex here, probably, that these are flesh warp bears. You're pretty confident.
All right.
Normally, of course, I would ask what question you were asking combat-wise associated with it, but it wasn't a good roll,
Right.
and you weren't trained with either applicable skill, so I'm just
all
not
right.
gonna.
Well, I'll tell you what I wanted to know, and the reason I'm going to tell you this is because it doesn't matter.
Fair enough.
I wanted to know if they could see in the dark. Actually, their
Mm.
eyes are glowing. They can probably see in the dark.
Their eyes are glowing.
All right, screw it. I'm just gonna cast Benediction, and then I will throw a guidance on Vask.
Okay. Now you do. You did use an action to recall knowledge. Keep that in mind.
Oh, you're right. Good, perfect. Because now I don't waste the guidance on Vask.
Just
I was just looking for something that took 1 action.
Fantastic.
That didn't put an
put
aura
it on
out
as an
there.
aura. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the good news is it does at least affect 1 person.
It's got you right now. That's
Well, it's got Vask too, right? It's 15 foot, so.
Yes, it should be getting him. Something might be goofy with that effect. I'll have to. I got more things to check going into next week. However, it is the other bear's turn. I'm sorry to say.
Not sure why you're sorry about that.
Because I'm always sorry. Vask, I suppose I should specifically ask, because I was going to let you hunt prey beforehand. Were you choosing to just hunt both of them?
Yes.
Okay. They don't necessarily know that, so I gotta keep that in mind. Yeah, all right. This guy is going to... He's trapped in the corner by you lot. Why would you do such a thing? That's not very nice. He's going to cast a spell.
He can spell?
Yeah. These are
They
funny
are
bears,
smart.
man. I do believe, however, Vask, this is why I had to ask, you have Disrupt Prey as a reaction, and this spell is a manipulate action to cast, so you may certainly effectively make a reactive strike against them.
Outstanding.
If you would like to. You do not have to.
I am glad to take any reactive strikes.
Fair enough.
But my screen has switched to another... I'm at like a darkened screen.
Oh, no.
I did a refresh.
Oh,
and
I see
can't
what's
see
going
the
on. I
map.
got you. Hold up. I got you. I see what happened. You should be loading it now.
Here I is.
The previous map was still activated technically, so it tried to show you the basement map. Because that is what
Gotcha.
Foundry considered as the active map, but you had no tokens down there, so that's why you had no vision.
So is it the nearest one to me?
Yes, it is this one right here. The one you are
Great,
in
I've
melee
got
range
him.
with.
I have him targeted.
Go for it. Give me that swing.
Oh, come on, Pat.
If you
Sorry, I
crit,
gotta
you
get
disrupt
my-
the spell, so... Here's hoping for a good roll.
I guess I should have cast Bless instead of Benediction.
42
Wouldn't
is a
have
hit
mattered.
fantastically, but it will not crit. Go ahead and give me that damage roll.
Heck yeah.
Fantastic. 23 points of damage as the bear opens its maw and is unleashing a spell. I also believe some of our casters might have a reaction.
Quick
as well,
recognition.
like, yes. I forgot we've got the fucking counter spell wizard over here. I'm gonna have to
So
think on that.
recall knowledge, right?
Yep, there is actually a button though in that chat message.
That's what I'm hitting.
Perfect.
I hit it, and all it's bringing up though is the explanation of it.
You
When
want
I
to
hit
hit
identify
the
magic?
blind button. So it's
Oh,
showing
I
like
see which one
recognize
you're
spell,
talking
quick
about.
recognition.
I got
Yeah,
it.
The ones that actually ask for a die roll. Bing, bada, boom.
Identify with nature.
Yes, these are primal spells. A success. The frightened makes it not a crit success. This is a 6th rank Howling Blizzard being cast.
Woo!
Which, for those of you 5e heads out there, is effectively Cone of Cold.
Hold on a
And
second,
for
because this.
reference, he's putting the cone like that.
Rude.
Yep.
I never said these were nice bears.
So I am going to spend a mythic point, and I am
Yes.
going to dispel.
Alrighty. Good old mythic counterspell here.
And Lucian such him down cold.
So
Did it go off? Yeah, I think it did.
you had it as a blind roll here. Now,
All I did was hit
believe-
cast. So oh, I know why it went
Yeah,
to
you've
blind.
got
I know
your
why.
global rolls to blind.
Yep.
Now, do you have a way to cast here, or are you specifically using your mythic counterspell reaction?
I'm actually going to use my mythic counter spell.
Okay, because you don't actually have to cast Dispel Magic for this. You just lose a spell slot of the rank or higher your choice, which this is 6th rank, so 7th is not a bad choice to counterspell with.
Casting And the one that I'm going to use, yeah, so that's the one I used.
Perfect. In this case, you will roll, I believe, an occultism check effectively, because it's your
Alrighty.
spell attack, so to speak. So,
And of course, occultism is one of my highest.
is it? Oh, and you're doing it at mythic proficiency, I should say. I'm sorry. So
Oh,
I would have an
yeah.
additional +4 on it for a 36,
Oh, yeah.
which is a success in this case.
Yay!
So, fully, you recognize the spell coming out, draw upon your mythic prowess, and just fully bat it out of the way. And the spell vanishes into air. The bear, looking very confused, drool kind of falling from the corner of its mouth. What did you just do? Huh?
Not,
What was that?
not today, my dear friend.
He's going to try and
Achaekek
bat
sends
Vast out
his
of the way
blessings.
to get to you.
I think you just suck at casting spells.
Actually, I'm sorry. He's going to bite you anyway with his 20-foot reach.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Huzzah! Extendo jaws, go.
Oof, critical.
That's not good. And I don't believe Zavara would be able to intercept here, unfortunately, with how far away Lucian is.
Hold on one. Oh, I already used my reaction. Never
You've
mind.
already
think
used
it-
your reaction.
Yep.
15.
Well, so, Zavara, you would not be able to use your faultless defense here, but you do have unbelievable interruption as a mythic ability that allows you to, if you wanted to, you stride twice
No.
and become the target of the attack instead.
Yes.
In which
So-
case, you can. I actually think you're already engaged with the enemy, so there's not really a move you.
I was about to say, do I
here.
need to
Nope.
stride? Yeah.
Because you
So,
do
okay,
directly
yeah, I'll
towards
take
the
that.
enemy. You're there.
I'll take
you
it.
do spend a mythic point here.
Okay.
That drops you down to 1. And I believe your AC being frightened and off guard right now is only 35, so this is still a crit against you. Which will total out to an okay roll. 74 points of piercing damage.
Ooh.
Wow.
Pretty
becomes-
bad.
Hey, it's only 66 when you factor in your resistance.
Oh, how do I do that? Because it says 74.
It'll
How is it
automatically
gonna-
apply
Well,
your resistance.
Okay.
That's one of the benefits of Foundry.
Oh,
All
there it
right.
goes.
That does it for the bear's turn. So, Zavara, it is your move now.
Okay, awesome. So I am going to. I don't have my weapon out, and I don't think I've had an opportunity to do that. So I think I need to actually pull that out.
You guys, I was basically saying as you drew your weapons was how we were going to roll initiative. So
Oh, okay. Awesome.
if you wanted it to not be drawn still, sure, but otherwise, the act of you drawing your sword and shield would have been what made these bears realize something was up.
Awesome. Okay. So let me do a lockdown
All right.
on this. I'll
I think you stopped talking in the middle of that statement.
Oh, I said I'll target him.
Which one?
The bear.
Bear.
There's 2.
I know, but a lockdown?
I got you. I
Yes.
know what you're going for.
I was just trying to make sure you weren't attacking the one that's stuck in a corner, that you were attacking the one that could free range on these casters here.
Oh, are you saying you think I should do that? Well, this
Yeah,
guy's
yeah.
the one that I've demoralized.
The one that has
this
nowhere
guy
to
is
move.
no longer frightened because frightened decreases by 1 at the end of your turn. So since its turn just
gotcha.
ended, you did demoralize it, but it's no longer frightened.
Well, then, can I go ahead and demoralize before I use this
Yeah,
lockdown?
by all means.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that is not quite a success. As you try and demoralize this bear, and it looks at you, just kind of snorts, and, is that the best you can do?
So how? Okay, now I guess do I just go and use my attack?
Yeah,
Wait,
if you'd like
how
to, you're
I
more
do
than
it?
welcome to. So, if you are, I think if you are looking for the optimal line here, would probably be a lockdown attack and then taunting the enemies with your last two actions here.
Yeah.
Or raising your shield because, yeah, that hurt earlier.
Well, but I only have. Did they give us the thing that gives us 4 actions?
You are
Are we
not
quickened?
quickened right
No.
now.
Okay, so then I did the demoralize, and
Yep.
then I'm gonna do lockdown, and then I'll do taunt.
Okay. You are rolling that as a self roll right now, so I cannot see what you actually rolled.
Oh crap. A 35.
Okay. If you right click on it, you should see an option to reveal the roll, which would show it to everyone. A 35. Unfortunately, that frightened that the bear got on you, that sort of taunting snarl seems to be, unfortunately, kind of drawing you back, preventing you from both frightening it and your blade, just barely missing the bear, failing to bite through its hide.
Okay, so then I'll taunt now.
Fantastic. And of course, I believe you do get to taunt multiple creatures here.
Yeah, I'll do all.
High-level guardian. Fantastic. At the end of your turn, your frightened value does go down, which does also mean you are no longer off guard to the bears, because that only lasted so long as you were frightened. Lucian,
Excellent.
bring us to you.
First thing Lucian wants to do is to recall knowledge on these things.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to select one. Come on, select. There we go. Got one selected. And now recall knowledge.
You rolled as Blight.
Oh,
okay,
that's because I
can
got
just
them
check
both
your
selected.
modifiers. Yeah, when you got them both
Yeah.
selected, unfortunately, it defaults to Blight doing the rolls.
Yep.
In this case, I believe... I don't believe you have any bonuses to recalling knowledge, do you?
Nothing that I know of in my feats offhand.
Unfortunately, then, not quite a success. It does seem like Arcana and Nature are the most applicable skills for these bears. The Nature just wasn't quite enough to get it.
I think my Arcana is higher by 2 or by 4.
It is.
Okay.
That's why it was very close, but not quite. Actually,
Okay.
You know what? I'm going to give you something here, because I got to remember, these are a variant creature that has the uncommon ability, which is why the DC is a little bit higher. You're going to recognize these. These are a variant of the base creature type, but the base creature type of these is a Kokogiak. Which are effectively some of the near apex predators in tundra environments. They have 10 legs, I believe,
That's
and
what it looked
a
like.
disturbingly elongated neck.
Yeah, that's how he bit me.
Yeah.
I saw that.
I will give you the normal recall knowledge question you may ask here about combat abilities. Way I normally break it down is you can ask for high and low save together. Any immunities, any weaknesses, any resistances, any active abilities, and any passive abilities are the most common questions.
So like the lowest defense I can get.
Yeah, when it comes to saves, you could get what their high and low save is. I won't give you the values
Okay.
of them, but I'll be like,
Yep,
will
yeah,
is
that's
their
fine.
low save.
Right. And that's what I'm looking for is I want to know
Sounds good.
their high their you get one or the other, right? Or both.
You get both high and low.
Okay, I'll take high low.
Fantastic. Looking at these things, I mean, they're big ass polar bears. Let's be fair. Fortitude is probably their highest save.
Okay.
Similarly, despite the numerous legs and elongated neck, something
Reflex.
about their intelligence throws you off and thinks that it's not that they have a bad reflex save, but their will save might be higher. So reflex is probably their worst.
Okay. So that's one action.
Yep. Two left.
Next one is to get myself out of his reach.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. I would say you're able to tell these bears have a 20-foot reach with their jaws. So if you can find a spot in here that is out of that reach, I'm proud of you.
There. Go. Let's make sure 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, I just want to make sure they're in the right.
If you select your token and hover another token, it will tell you your distance from them.
Yeah. And so that's 1, 2. And I think I had one other.
It was Blight also.
Oh, yeah. There was one other thing I wanted to do. Where is it? I'm going to use a focus point.
Oh. How
Mythic.
interesting.
All right. There we go. Evil Eye.
Ah.
So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And they should be within 30 feet of me.
Yeah, absolutely. Which one are you targeting with it?
The one I currently have targeted.
Fair enough.
The one straight in front of. All right, so casting Evil Eye, which I'm not very good against their will, but still, it's my one. It costs only one. Right.
In this case, it is going to be a success on their part as you stare at them. Maybe even it's Blight staring at them. That's on you to decide. The bear looks at you, and just a little bit of drool falls out of the corner of your mouth, or of their mouth. What's that funny look for? I'm gonna eat you even if you run over there.
I can't.
believe that
Oh, there's
does it for
Blight.
you. Yeah, I brought Blight over to you on the assumption that.
All
it
right,
was
and
sitting on
then
your shoulder.
Blight. So what's the ceiling height here?
Oh goodness, let me check my notes real quick. I've got it somewhere. About 18 feet high.
All right, so Blight is going to fly up. Oh, I just want Blight, not both of us.
And just to make sure you are aware, when it comes to moving up in Pathfinder, it does cost double speed.
Okay.
Flying down doubles your speed, but going up halves your speed effectively.
There we go. All right, so Blight's movement. Let me get Blight's movement real quick.
It'd be 25, I believe.
All right, so 5, 10, 15 here, or let's go 15 here and then up.
Alrighty. Which would mean technically you can go 5 feet up at that point.
Yep.
Alrighty. Then last but not least for this round, Vask, we are up to you.
All right, I've got hunt prey on this guy. I'm assuming already.
Yep. I'm actually going to use the effect just so it's on you and Foundry's tracking it.
Awesome.
Don't do that. Sorry. Hold up.
Oh, it didn't target him.
Yeah, I got you. Give me one moment. I just forked it. Oh, there you go. And that's weird how that wants that to go. You got it.
There we go. Now he's targeted.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to go... We're going all out on this sucker. Double slice and twin takedown afterwards. So action 1 is going to be attack.
Yep.
He shoots.
37 absolutely hits.
Let's drop some damage on homie.
Fantastic. I will wait to combine. And then you should see there is actually a direct toggle at the top of your actions tab for double slice second attack. That's actually, I'm sorry. Your weapons are agile, aren't they? Sawtooth sabers are agile. So you just attack at full map on the second strike anyways.
Okay, second one comes out. Well, Pookie.
31, unfortunately, will not quite do it.
All right, so that was actions 1 and 2.
Fantastic.
Now we're doing action 3 is twin takedown.
Okay.
Which is two more attacks. So these take the -4 map.
These will both be at the map 8 because double slice does count as 2 attacks still when calculating map.
Okay, fair enough.
Basically, you don't roll at map for the second attack, but it still counts as if you had made the attack at map.
All right, 2 more. Here we go.
Go for it. 36 is an exact hit.
And then the last one.
Go for it.
This will be a nat 20.
I believe. Oh, you rolled twice.
Oh, I don't know why it rolled twice.
I don't know. But both unfortunately
both missed.
I'm going to deal the damage on this one, but again, reminder, these attacks should have been made at map 8, not the map 4.
I did those at map 8.
It showed up as 4.
Really?
Yeah.
It rolled them as 4. Interesting. Foundry's
That is
being jank
whack.
tonight. Very goofy. Works for me.
Okay.
All right. A total of 44 damage onto this bear, carving through its flesh. Pretty large, sturdy bears. The noise definitely beginning, both the battle cry, the tormented wail from the bear, the sound of spells being cast. Whether or not this draws any attention will remain to be seen. This is a bear den, so who's to say? As we move to the top of round 2, though, that is going to be where we end off for tonight. So when we pick up next week, we will pick up directly right where we left off in the midst of the fight. Hopefully we will have Lyrian back with us, who will step out of the ethereal plane to join in on this.
Don't come up the staircase.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, did you know they had a bar downstairs?
Thank you all so much for playing. I hope you enjoyed. Moving forward, you guys can absolutely continue sneaking your way through. And I'd say the benefit of doing so, you might find Ordulf on his own at some point and be able to ambush him. However, if you take some time and take out enemies you come across, while that may raise awareness, that will also put you in a position to sort of orchestrate the assassination how and when you want, and have fewer potential reinforcements during it. So that's sort of the push and pull of you guys what you can do in this infiltration. The more enemies you take out, the easier the fight will be, but that involves doing multiple fights beforehand.
All right. Well, thanks for running.
Have a great
Thank
night,
you much.
everyone. I will see you next week.
I
Most
appreciate
excellent.
it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.